All y'all are.
Right. Let me explain. Let me help you understand. I know.
I love all of you.
At one time, Jewish people lived in Germany. You understand that, right?
I'm German as well.
I know. At one time, Jewish. That's why I asked you your nationality. At one time, Jewish people lived in Germany, didn't they?
Did they?
And during World War I, they fought for Germany. They loved Germany.
Really?
Until one day, Adolf Hitler began to exterminate them. And then they turned on their country and went for a land of their own. Well, this is what you have to understand. We have served this stinking country. There's nobody more patriotic than black people. We're the people that die in your wars, build your cities, and raise your children, and bleed in all of your wars, and reap none of the benefits. There is nobody more patriotic than us. There is nobody that has served America more than us, until one day we found out that this is the land of our oppressor. This is not our homeland. So we decided to go find our own land. So we decided to go find the land of our ancestors, just like the Jewish people did in Germany. And know what the problem with white people is? You don't respect anybody's humanity except for your own. You don't respect anybody's pain except for your own. You expect Jewish people to hate Hitler and to hate the Nazis, but you can't understand why we should hate you. You can't understand that because you're not human, and you're cruel, and you're selfish. And if you had any love and compassion in your heart, you would know how much you deserve to be hated. If you had any love in your heart, you white people are merciless. And you hate to look at anybody as a human being. How dare you ask us, have we loved America? We have loved you forever, and you have always hated us. We have loved you consistently for 400 years. We prayed to that black Jesus, and we saluted your flag, and we died in your militaries, and you beat us like dogs. How dare you ask us, have we loved you? I have a question for you. When in the hell have you ever loved anybody but yourself? Give me Ezekiel 35. I'm looking you square in your eye and telling you this, that you are completely cruel. And you know why your heart is broke? Because I'm telling you the truth for the first time in your life. Your whole life you thought that you've been compassionate and caring, but meanwhile, you know what you are? Just another white girl standing on stolen ground, reaping the benefits of bloody fathers. That's what
I just want to know, how much do you love your country?
What's your nationality?
So what my nationality is, so what color all y'all are.
Right. Let me explain. Let me help you understand. I know.
I love all of you.
At one time, Jewish people lived in Germany. You understand that, right?
I'm German as well.
I know. At one time, Jewish. That's why I asked you your nationality. At one time, Jewish people lived in Germany, didn't they?
Did they?
And during World War I, they fought for Germany. They loved Germany.
Really?
Until one day, Adolf Hitler began to exterminate them. And then they turned on their country and went for a land of their own. Well, this is what you have to understand. We have served this stinking country. There's nobody more patriotic than black people. We're the people that die in your wars, build your cities, and raise your children, and bleed in all of your wars, and reap none of the benefits. There is nobody more patriotic than us. There is nobody that has served America more than us, until one day we found out that this is the land of our oppressor. This is not our homeland. So we decided to go find our own land. So we decided to go find the land of our ancestors, just like the Jewish people did in Germany. And know what the problem with white people is? You don't respect anybody's humanity except for your own. You don't respect anybody's pain except for your own. You expect Jewish people to hate Hitler and to hate the Nazis, but you can't understand why we should hate you. You can't understand that because you're not human, and you're cruel, and you're selfish. And if you had any love and compassion in your heart, you would know how much you deserve to be hated. If you had any love in your heart, you white people are merciless. And you hate to look at anybody as a human being. How dare you ask us, have we loved America. We have loved you forever, and you have always hated us. We have loved you consistently for 400 years. We prayed to that black Jesus, and we saluted your flag, and we died in your militaries, and you beat us like dogs. How dare you ask us, have we loved you? I have a question for you. When in the hell have you ever loved anybody but yourself? Give me Ezekiel 35. I'm looking you square in your eye and telling you this, that you are completely cruel. And you know why your heart is broken?
I see something about these white women out here. That was interesting. She called him a son of a bitch. Who recalls who else called someone a son of a bitch before? Colin Kaepernick was called a son of a bitch by Donald Trump. What are you then? Oh, now that makes sense. So then you love Donald Trump and you believe that Kanye West should just shut up and sing, shut up and rap. You believe he shouldn't talk about the issues of his people. And you know what I love too? I love that Colin Kaepernick and Kanye West revealed the racism in you white women. You white women get a pass while white men are known to be racist and cruel and unkind, but everyone thinks that white women are so kind and loving, when meanwhile you are just as racist as your father, just as racist as Donald Trump. You hate Kanye West because you're a racist, and you hate us because we fight racism. Meanwhile, if a woman gets raped, when a woman gets raped and sexually abused, she's allowed to cry out. She's allowed to scream. She's allowed to cry for help. She's allowed to demand justice. But meanwhile, blacks and Hispanics can't complain. We can't say we've been mistreated. We've been robbed. We can't say that the music industry has stolen millions of dollars from poor black people. You white women are racist, and you've been hiding behind white men for too long. But finally, because of Colin Kaepernick, because of Kanye West, and because of the hard work of Captain Yakazak out here in this corner every week. Who's the camp leader down here? Officer down. These brothers come out here to reveal who the real racists are, who the racists who are hidden from society, who everyone thinks is the victim. When America has a problem, what do? They vote in a new governor. They vote in a new president. They didn't like Barack Obama, so they voted in Donald Trump. That's right. When you don't like the mayor, you vote in a new mayor. Here's the problem with the black community. We've been murdering each other in Chicago for as long as you can remember, and we still have the same leadership. The same leadership from the 70s. The black Christian church. Listen, if you out there and you done killed somebody before, don't worry about it, man. You shot somebody, don't worry about it. You did 10 years in jail, don't worry about it. You are not half the murderer as your preacher. Your preacher is the worst murderer you could ever imagine. And this is what Jesus Christ said. Jesus Christ said, marvel ye not that the whores and the publicans shall enter the kingdom of heaven before you. All these brothers you look at in Chicago like they gangbangers and they murderers, those brothers will see the kingdom before you. Those murderers will see the kingdom before your preachers. Those thieves, those liars, those brothers with their pants sagging around their ankles, those men are salvageable, and your preacher is not. When America has a problem, what do? They vote in a new governor. They vote in a new president. They didn't like Barack Obama, so they voted in Donald Trump. That's right. When you don't like the mayor, you vote in a new mayor. Here's the problem with the black community. We've been murdering each other in Chicago for as long as you can remember, and we still have the same leadership. The same leadership from the 70s. The black Christian church. Listen, if you out there and you done killed somebody before, don't worry about it, man. You shot somebody, don't worry about it. You did 10 years in jail, don't worry about it. You are not half the murderer as your preacher. Your preacher is the worst murderer you could ever imagine. And this this is what Jesus Christ said. Jesus Christ said, marvel ye not that the whores and the publicans shall enter the kingdom of heaven before you. All these brothers you look at in Chicago like they gangbangers and they murderers, those brothers will see the kingdom before you. Those murderers will see the kingdom before your preachers. Those thieves, those liars, those brothers with their pants sagging around their ankles, those men are salvageable, and your preacher is not. When America has a problem, what do? They vote in a new governor. They vote in a new president. They didn't like Barack Obama, so they voted in Donald Trump. That's right. When you don't like the mayor, you vote in a new mayor. Here's the problem with the black community. We've been murdering each other in Chicago for as long as you can remember, and we still have the same leadership. The same leadership from the 70s. The black Christian church. Listen, if you out there and you killed somebody before, don't worry about it, man. You shot somebody, don't worry about it. You did 10 years in jail, don't worry about it. You are not half the murderer as your preacher. Your preacher is the worst murderer you could ever imagine. And this is what Jesus Christ said. Jesus Christ said, marvel ye not that the whores and the publicans shall enter the kingdom of heaven before you. All these brothers you look at in Chicago like they gangbangers and they murderers, those brothers will see the kingdom before you. Those murderers will see the kingdom before your preachers. Those thieves, those liars, those brothers with their pants sagging around their ankles, those men are salvageable, and your preacher is not. When America has a problem, what do? They vote in a new governor. They vote in. One man has a white woman. Does my entire race have to forget about slavery? That's right. Because one man wants to have sex with a white girl. Do I have to forget about my people? That's right. They have sex with girls that are black. That's right. What girls you want? You say nobody gives a damn about who you have sex with. But I love my sister. That's right. I love my people. That's right. I love my brother. That's right. Now, if you don't, then go to hell head. Lay in the bed next to that dog and do whatever you want to do. Right. But don't force me to hate my people. Give me Deuteronomy 73. These black people, you sound like the Klan. Let me tell you something. You are a product of the Ku Klux Klan. That's right. The Ku Klux Klan hated black people. Now you hate black people. That's right. Now you hate yourself. That's right. Read. Deuteronomy 7:3. Neither shall thou make marriages with them. Let me tell you, here's the problem I hear today. A lot of people see us and they don't understand. The things that we say are so controversial. We live a completely different life than you do. And that's why we're not in jail. That's why we don't have AIDS. That's why we don't die like so many black people die. Because we live our lives by the commandments in this book. This is the King James Version of the Bible. And this is the key to solving black-on-black crime. Right. The key to black hatred. And the key to brothers going out and having sex with white girls. That's right. That's another damn epidemic. That's an epidemic. The minute a brother get $2 in his pocket, he run out and get a white girl and then want to come in and fight for that white girl. Want to come out here and fight for her while your own sisters don't have a man to protect them at night. That's right. While your own sisters are afraid to go to the store. You're a selfish bastard. That's right. Now, if you care, God said don't have sex with a woman outside your race. That's right. It's here in the Bible. Now, if you don't care, go home to that dog and be with her. What the hell do I care who you have sex with? Have sex with whatever you want to have sex with. But me and my people will serve God. It says separate. We read the scripture where it says, I, the Lord, am holy, who have severed you from other people. When the Lord calls Israelites holy in the Bible, he means that we are set apart from every other race on this earth. That's right. That's what holy means. I don't care how much sugar on top you want to put on it, how much sweet talk and kisses and love and teddy bears you say, you're still wrong. Either way. Now make your point. Yeah, I'm done for a second. Only for a second, but it ain't over.
You don't want to talk. You want to fuss.
Yeah, I do.
You don't want to.
I do want to fuss.
You don't want to.
I do. I want to complain.
You don't want.
I don't want to engage you. I heard your discussion. Your discussion is coming out of every. What you are saying is coming out of every TV set in America. You think it's the first time I heard the doctrine of Christianity? I've been hearing the doctrine of the Christian church my whole life. Don't come here and act like it's the first time I've heard this. George Bush says the same thing. The TV, the radio, your doctrine is coming out the walls. I hear it my whole life. And every time I hear it and go in this Bible and try to validate it, I prove you to be a liar. Every time. I thought. Yeah, I can prove it. I can prove it. Can you?
Then there's one phrase that I'm going to use in this Bible.
Go ahead. Use it.
And it says, flee from the man when you perceive wisdom not to be.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Walk away from a fool.
So Christ flees from everybody? Christ didn't battle anybody? You're a damn liar. You are a liar and don't understand the Bible.
You're a fool.
Listen, Christ said to battle. Christ said to battle and to testify of evil in this world. You see, you Christians, if I talk sweet, right, then I would be godly. No, if I talk sweet, if I was nice, if I kissed you on the damn forehead, then you would believe I was a godly man. You're soft.
If you're sure of what you
and your religion has failed black people. And your religion has failed black people because you are too weak to deal with the problem of the black community. You are too weak and too soft and too lily-livered to deal with the people that I got it. And now it's time for you and your religion to go the hell away and let real men deal with black people. That says separate. We read the scripture where it says, I, the Lord, am. Do I think that we're the #1 people on earth? Give me time, man. Read that. John 8:32. And ye shall know the truth. And he said, what makes us so great? What makes what we say so great? Listen, ain't nothing great about us, man. But you know what? What's great? The truth is great, man. To stand up somewhere and tell the truth. Black people, you are the #1 people dying of every category that exists. And for you to still say it got nothing to do with your race, it's to be blind to your own death. How much are you going to die? Let me tell you something, man. I went to the doctor about a month ago. I went to the doctor, and the doctor told me, never take this diabetes medicine, because this diabetes medicine only kills black men. And I said, doctor, how does the medicine know that we black? Everything kills you, and it's not a coincidence. And you continue to look to the White House because you don't want to change your house. Ain't nothing great about us, but God is great, and the truth is great, and we're gonna tell the truth on this one. Do I think that we're the #1 people on earth? Give me time, man. Read that. John 8:32. And ye shall know the truth. And he said, what makes us so great? What makes what we say so great? Listen, ain't nothing great about us, man. But you know what's great? The truth is great, man. To stand up somewhere and tell the truth. Black people, you are the #1 people dying of every category that exists. And for you to still say it got nothing to do with your race, it's to be blind to your own death. How much are you going to die? Let me tell you something, man. I went to the doctor about a month ago. I went to the doctor, and the doctor told me, never take this diabetes medicine, because this diabetes medicine only kills black men. And I said, doctor, how does the medicine know that we black? Everything kills you, and it's not a coincidence. And you continue to look to the White House because you don't want to change your house. Ain't nothing great about us, but God is great, and the truth is great, and we're gonna tell the truth on this one. Do I think that we're the number one people on earth? Give me time, man. Read that.
John 8:32. And you shall know the truth.
He said, what makes us so great? What makes what we say so great? Listen, ain't nothing great about us, man. But you know what's great? The truth is great, man. To stand up somewhere and tell the truth. Black people, you are the number one people dying of every category that exists. And for you to still say it got nothing to do with your race, it's to be blind to your own death. How much are you going to die? Let me tell you something, man. I went to the doctor about a month ago. I went to the doctor. The doctor told me, never take this diabetes medicine. Because this diabetes medicine only kills black men. And I said, doctor, how does the medicine know that we black? Everything kills you. And it's not a
and through the fierce conversation, I can hear the Christian. Right. I can't remember exactly what we talked about, but meaning this, right? You got some Israelites. They say they're Israelites, but they still teach the same philosophy that Christians teach. Man got to have one. The Bible's for all nations.
I was sitting in the room. He said that.
Yeah, the Bible is for all nations, no matter what race you are. Right? Jesus Christ died for everybody. Okay. So I can't remember specific.
I conflict with some of that.
Especially that one. Man supposed to have one woman. Now I tell them, Abraham. Most of them in the Bible had the people that God favored had more than one woman.
That's it.
So yeah.
There's no law against a man having more than one wife. You don't have to have no wife.
I think the only rule, as from my reading,
go ahead.
You got to marry her. You just can't be sleeping with her.
Well, marry her. Well, according to the Bible, sex is marriage. Okay. I mean, you have intercourse with a woman, that's your woman.
Yeah.
You get my point?
Okay.
So a lot of Israelites still teach the paper and the ring. That's Christianity.
Like I have no ring because the Lord, I don't want to. I want it. Ain't even. I say them vows in front of the Lord. I don't like the government involvement in it.
Here's the key to it all. The Lord don't care about no medal and no ring. The Lord care about who you share your body with. Right. Now, if we teach our daughters that the first man that ever had intercourse with them is their man for the rest of their life, how much confusion does that stop? How many women do we stop from being whores if we teach that sex is marriage? So now when you teach brothers that they know if they touch this woman, she is his responsibility for the rest of his life. Ain't no throwing her away because of no paper in the ring. The Lord don't care nothing about that. And you get my point? So when me conversating upon them brothers, I offered the brothers to have a debate and they turned it down. You get my point? With debating is a part of what the prophets of the Lord have always been about. Okay. Scriptures say Paul disputed with the Jews daily because why? He coming up against the different gods that they believe in. Because according to the Bible, it's only one God. But when you get to teaching several different doctrines, what people don't understand, that's a representation of a different God. You get my point? So yeah.
Okay, it may be one I call him the Most High.
That's right.
Because there's people underneath him that's higher than us. So it ain't no. It's one God. Okay,
that's a fact.
But it's angels and people like Enoch, if you believe in Enoch, that ascended and they're higher than us right now.
Right.
So back to my question though.
But it don't mean that he didn't die. Like when you read the book of Enoch that they got out now, right? That's a man. That's a man's interpretation of Enoch. That ain't the actual book of Enoch. They got the book of Enoch. They got the book of what's the other book
Eli.
They got out there? Eli, not Eli.
What he did?
Huh? Not the Book of the Dead from the Bible. The Book of Enoch and another book out there. Not even Joseph, but it's another book that's supposed to come out of the Bible. All those are when you go to the author of the book. This be some man's opinion about the book, but it's not the actual Book of Enoch. The Book of Jasher. You get my point? And so, yeah, man, like I said, you come sit down.
Okay, I want to go back to my original question.
Please.
What's the difference between the Israelites and the Christians? What's the difference? Because like you can know the difference between a Muslim and a Christian. If Muslim believe it's only one God, there's no Jesus. Right. What's the difference between the Israelites and the Christians?
I'll give you basically how we just talked about sex. Christians teach that marriage is a ring and a piece of paper. That's not what the Bible teaches. Christians teach that God is for all races of people. That ain't what the Bible teaches. Christians celebrate Christmas. That ain't in the Bible. Christians celebrate Thanksgiving. That ain't in the Bible. Christians celebrate Easter.
Then they try to say that's his birthday and everything.
That's how to go. Birthdays is a sin. No, birthdays is a sin.
To celebrate the birthday.
And when you're dealing with the religion of Christianity, you are dealing with the religion of our oppressor. Our ancestors was forced to take that. So why would we follow something that
at some point in the Bible and Ethiopian Bible, it started out Jewish, Hebrew, then it go straight Christian, like some flip. Like
the Bible doesn't teach Christianity at all. But what happened is the Christians are they masters of witchcraft. So they take a verse here, take a verse there, take a verse there, and misinterpret the verse. And because our people haven't been taught by the real prophets of the Lord, they're able to deceive you by misinterpretations. But that's why when they come to us, they don't stand a chance because we can go and show you what the actual precept means.
Okay. So we just spoke on my biggest issue with the Hebrews that I hang out with.
Yeah.
They tell me I'm going to burn the pit because I won't get married. You know, I think you're supposed to have. You should be allowed to have more than one wife. They're like, one wife, you gonna burn the pit, bro? I'm like, okay, y'all lose me there.
Here's the problem with that, right? Jesus Christ compared the kingdom of heaven to 10 women going to marry one man. So if having more than one wife was a sin, Christ wouldn't compare the kingdom of heaven to 10 women going to marry one man.
What they saying is conflicting with what I'm reading, and I had to read the King James twice.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's mind altering, like they're trying to get you to. Okay, how you feel about the fear of God? You should fear God.
Having the fear of the Lord is the most healthiest fear that you can have because it's going to stop you from breaking His rules. Get my point? Like I'm gonna ask you this: what is sin according to the Bible?
What is sin according to the Bible?
What they based on what they saw.
Anything against what's written that they say God doesn't like adultery.
That's it. To be more specific, sin is the breaking of the law. The breaking the law. Get my point? And so, unless you dealing with the whole teaching the people what the law is, then how they gonna know that they breaking the law? If you don't teach them what the law is.
And like in Leviticus, there's a whole bunch of it ain't 10 laws. It's a whole list of laws.
No.
Do you Hebrews go off the same laws in Leviticus?
We go off the whole entire Bible. From Genesis to Revelation, we deal with the whole Bible in its entirety.
Dealing with the King James version.
We deal with the King James version. The King James is the most accurate Bible that's out there because of the scholarship that he put into the Bible.
Okay. You say you see Texas and you see the person that wrote it. Who wrote the King James Bible?
The prophets of the Lord wrote the Bible. Israelites is what the one described. Real quick. Say I'm a prophet, right? Daniel, his brother, my scribe, he wrote the Bible. So, but when you're dealing with the King James Bible, he had 24 scholars. He had them go translate the original Hebrew and the Greek into English. Because, hey, how you doing? Because during the time that he had the Bible translated, You had our people living in Europe but couldn't speak Hebrew or couldn't speak Greek. So he had them translated so these people would be understand. Because imagine you reading the Bible in a language you can understand. They can tell you anything they want to tell you that's up in here. So he came up against the Roman Catholic Church and had the Bible translated properly. The scholars that he had at that time were the top scholars, and that's why the King James is the most accurate Bible and the most bought Bible that's out there right now.
Ready to front to back twice.
Yeah.
Now,
let me say this to you. Before I came into the truth, I read the Bible front to back twice, and when I came into school 15 years ago, I found out I didn't know the Bible.
Right, that's why I had to read it. I read it too fast the first time.
Because it's like trying to become a scientist, right? I can give you 2 science books, but it don't make you a science because you read the book. You got to actually sit in class and be taught by the scientists on how to become a scientist. You get my point? It's the same way with the Bible. The Bible teaches you that you have to be taught by the Bible. You just can't pick up nothing and read it. You're gonna be why? Because the Bible is full of symbolics and metaphors. You got to deal with context of the Bible. So you will read things and not understand it because you don't understand the context of the Bible. You get my point?
And that's why I go sit and listen to Bowie. But you're right. Bowie is a more Christian church.
Absolutely.
They Israelites, and they claim that and everything, but you know. So I stopped going there because I was just too conflicted with that. Yeah. I just went back to my book and just read for myself.
That's it.
And then after I did that, I'm 70% finished with the Ethiopian Bible, and that don't read nothing like. I tried to read the Quran. I can't read the Quran because it's shaming Hebrews the whole way through. Like they on the top of a mountain talking about look at them heathens. That's why they got to walk through the jungle, the wilderness for 40 years. It seems like Arabs shaming the Hebrews. They on point with the accounts of what's going on, but they looking at it from a distance. They're looking at us, but they looking at the chosen people, and they want to be that.
Right. Well, when you're dealing with Islam in itself, you're dealing with a religion.
And singles. They said we don't have to wear singles no more. How you feel about that?
You said singles?
Singles.
Shoes?
Singles.
Fringes.
That's what I meant.
Fringes.
I meant fringes.
Yeah, fringes is just a part of the culture. You know what I'm saying? They're
supposed to remind us of
remind the keeping the law. You understand? So that's something Scripture say to practice the righteous act.
Y'all wearing it. So y'all don't believe in slavery.
That's very Christian, man. That's why I'm telling you, I got on the phone with them brothers for 30 minutes, and I could see that here that these brothers is Christians, and they not really for the truth. With some people, it sounds good to call yourself an Israelite, but it's a whole different thing to actually follow what's in the Bible. Get my point? Right. Yeah, you're gonna be looked at as a radical. You know, we here at this event, but we teach out on the streets.
That's why I had to stop coming around Israel's God because I don't see it that way sometimes.
Yeah.
I had to go back to my own book.
That's
so I'll check you guys out later.
Please.
All right, so.
She used to come around.
Talk to Bowie.
No.
Explain to you. In a court case, a trial where it's a young black man who already looked at as a villain. You know that's the depiction that they got on us, right? As black men, especially young black men, YNs and everything, right?
Right.
So we already got that depiction on us.
Right.
Now you put him in a courtroom against an all-white jury and a white judge, and you sentence him to 35 years. In 1950, that would have been a lynching on him. So this is what I'm trying to ask you. When you see something like that happen this is not a local case. This is a worldwide case, nationwide case. Everybody in the earth know about this, basically. How do this make black people look, and how do this make white people look? That's what I'm trying to have you understand. That's what I want you to explain to me. That's all I'm asking. Can you explain that to me?
Fully explain that to you.
Now but you just had all the explanations about, you know,
because I agree. It's just that, honestly, man, like, I get mad at these conversations. You know, I get mad, and I don't want to walk around and slap the first white person I see. So I'm just, you said don't say nothing stupid. I'm sorry. But it's the truth, bro. It's like, that's how I feel. I feel like his parents failed him because we know the world that we live in. We know who controls it. We know who behind it. You know, we know that they bogusly. Like, let me shift your attention from Carmelo and put your attention on Kendrick Jenkins. That's another one. So you telling me this black individual went inside the gym and climbed inside of a mat to get his shoe and miraculously suffocated himself? You see what I'm saying? If it was us against us, that would have went totally different. Me and you got into an altercation, I did that to you and put you in a mat, it would have been on the news. Man, Joe Quan did this to who? White individual did it, who dad works for the FBI. They still can't get justice. So that's why I say this Carmelo stuff, trying to fight for it, trying to get other lawyers in it, I get it, but it's sad because it's like, we know the outcome.
This is what you got to remember, though. I get what you're saying. You want true justice to be served, but this is what I want you to understand and look at. How many years have black people been in a system of injustice? How many times have, because it's a white jury, it's a white judge, and it's a biased situation, have black people been unjustly murdered, unjustly convicted, and unjustly sentenced to whatever they got sentenced to? This is what this case is about. Injustice that's going on, because if you're looking at it from the outside looking in, of course you're not on the jury, but you're looking on it from the outside looking in, you're looking at a young black man who evidently defended himself against a group of white boys
Who didn't have to walk up to it?
Now imagine if this wasn't 2026, when we have footage, when we have evidence, when we have proof to show that he was defending himself. Imagine if this was 1950. Nobody would give a damn about Carmelo Anthony. So right now, while we have an edge, we have evidence to show and to stand up and stand alongside our young brother. Man, we should do it full force. That's what we trying to teach.
That makes sense.
You know
where
what
you come from. Yeah, no, looking at it from how you just explained it, I understand where you're coming from.
Now, if I could, right now, they try to paint this picture of everybody love everybody. Let's get along. Let's just do what's right. We all bleed red. But right now, that showing that happened with Carmelo Anthony basically showed us one thing, that white people are going to defend white people. So in return, what should we do? This is the problem we have as black people. We get so mixed up within America and the festivities of America, we forget to defend and love our people to the utmost. That's what we got to do with this Carmelo court. That's the most important. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about. That's really what this case is about. Did you hear what Carmelo, the Metcalf, what his father said?
I didn't really tune into it too much.
His father said, black people, this is why they shouldn't even be a part of the jury. Because why? Because it's only 78% of them that got a father in their home. They trying to get on welfare. Now, what the fuck that got to do with the case? What that got to do with the case? That lets you know something, that it's not just about the court case. It's about a black and white thing, no matter what they say. So with that being said, when you witness that, you got to understand, man, you got to stand with your people before all. You know what I'm saying? And that's the total matter of the situation. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you for, chopping it up with me, Quan. You know what I'm saying? Every opinion matters. Every opinion matters, you know what I mean?
Guatemalan, Puerto Rican, Mexican, you all are the same people. You're the same group of people, just 12 different tribes. And if you look around, you got the same spirit. The damn Negro and a Puerto Rican got the same spirit. Negro and a Mexican got the same spirit. The West Indian and a Haitian got the same spirit. We are the same people. And you can tell that we are the Lord's special people. Why? Because everything we do it the best. Everything that we do, the entire earth copies it. They copy our culture. They copy hip hop. Everybody want to be like Mike. We got the best singers. We got the best every goddamn thing. Everything in America that's here in America, we invented. But the white man stole it and took it as his own. Keep reading.
It will set them in their land.
The Lord said that he's going to have mercy on us and set us in our own land. That's what black people need to heal. We need our own land. Black people, black man, you need to run your own government. Being in a nation where white people controls everything destroys us. You got to send your damn sons and daughters to a school where the damn teacher is teaching them about LGBTQ. And you ain't got no say in that. This place is destroying us. We need to be set in our own land. And that's like inconceivable to black people. You don't even think that you can run your own nation. Slavery then destroyed you to that point where you got to walk around and think that it's better to be under the foot of white people than run your own damn society. Let me tell you something. If black people have their own society, it will be beautiful. It will be immaculate. It won't be no damn Roman Catholic priest molesting children. It won't be none of that. It won't be no Christian pastor with homos all in the choir, and it won't be none of that. It'll be peace on earth if the black man ruled. The white man and his damn propaganda want to paint the picture like we monsters. We are the best people on this planet, and you know it. That's why you use your damn propaganda via the CIA to destroy our image. Go ahead.
And the stranger shall be joined with them.
So the Lord said he's going to put us in our own land, and a stranger is going to be joined with us. Go ahead.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
So this is the kingdom of heaven right here. Blacks, Hispanics, and North American Indians, you're going to rule in your own homeland. And every other nation is going to cleave unto you. And we're going to take them and put them into their place. I'm reading it out the Bible, Isaiah the 14th chapter. Let's get some more.
And the house of Israel shall possess them.
And the house of Israel will do what?
Possess them in the land of the Lord.
And we're going to possess every nation as slaves in the land of the Lord. That's the kingdom of heaven. I know you never read that in the Christian church. What God do you think you serve in this Bible? The God in heaven is a God of warfare. All throughout this Bible, it talks about how much killing and enslavement the Lord did. He destroyed the Egyptians. He destroyed the Greeks. He destroyed the Romans. And you think God is all love. And you think that God is not going to destroy white people for what they did to his chosen people. Keep reading.
For servants and handmaids.
For servants and handmaids. That's judgment in the Bible. The judgment for white people for the crime of exterminating the North American Indian, for enslaving the so-called black man, for robbing Hispanics of their own homeland. Your punishment, according to God, is you are going into slavery. And that's where you deserve to be. You deserve to go into chains. You're going to be in a gravy line eating kibbles and bits. There's going to be a Mexican that's going to come and slop some dog food in a tray, and y'all going to get to eat. Y'all going to eat one time a day. So y'all continue to run these marathons and everything like that. Get fit. Because Christ is coming to enslave white people. Because you are the devil that the Bible speaks of. I mean, and you know it's true. You know what I'm saying is true. You know what you're doing all across the earth. You know that you are enslaving people all across. You know you need to go into subjugation. If white people do not go into subjugation, they're going to murder everything. They're going to take Taiwan from China. Imagine that. Imagine going to war trying to take other people's homeland. Imagine trying to take Venezuela from the Venezuelans. Imagine trying to take Argentina from the damn Argentinians. Imagine taking America from the North American Indians. White people, judgment is coming to you, and it's such a great thing. I'm glad that you put Donald Trump in office because he's a damn idiot.
That's right.
He's pushing your country into war.
That's right.
Why is he pushing your country into war? Because during warfare, a president can elect to do a third term. So he's doing everything he can so he can stay in office. Donald Trump is probably going to be your last president, and it's a beautiful thing.
Right.
I'm so happy for the right wing, the Republicans. Y'all doing an excellent job. Keep up the racism. Thank you. Go ahead.
And they should take them captives, who captives they were.
Keep going.
And they should rule over their oppressors.
And they should do what? What did the Bible just say?
And they should rule over their oppressors.
That's in the Bible. Black people are going to rule over their oppressors. And it's going to be a glorious thing. When black people come into power, we're going to eliminate the LGBT community. There's going to be no more of that. White people, you're not smart enough to be in rulership. If everybody is homosexual, then there's no reproduction, dummy. We're going to eliminate that first. Go ahead.
Verse 3, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall give thee rest.
And the Lord is going to give Hispanics rest from the terrorism of white people. That's going to come to pass. That Hispanics are going to get rest. They're going to get peace in their own land.
You're a black Marine or a black whatever in the white man's military, that make them want to kill you more. Mm-hmm. Like when they see the uniform on you, they get an extra disdain for you. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't understand why in the hell do you want to fight for them.
Cared enough about your trials and tribulations, the things that you suffered through, and how to get out of that. That's your history. You don't need a white man to have no remembrances for it.
Yeah, you chastise the child too hard, oh, you creating trauma. Yeah. If you don't say nothing to the child, then you making them soft. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no way for a black man to be right even when he is kidnapped.
White people that's out there that want to help black and Hispanic people, the best thing you can do is just leave us the hell alone.
They are all against you. They all want to destroy you, and the ultimate goal of all of them is to put you back into slavery and subjection.
Real Nigga University in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Let's get it.
1.
Hey, Shalom, Israel, what's good? Round Table of Truth. Midwest 5 weekend. Y'all know how we do it, man. We back for the 10th annual, getting it in. We got a very special guest that's about to join us in a few. General Mahayaman will be here shortly.
That's right.
So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be this. You might want to, I don't know if you want to have the kids up for this one. Get me right. I ain't telling you to put them in bed. It's kind of early, but I don't know if they should watch this one. But I also want to big up General Q in the building.
That's right.
You understand? We got the brothers in here from out of town, man, eating good breakfast. The sisters in prepared mimosas, man. Y'all know how we do it, Midwest 5 weekend, man. A 4-day marathon. This is the kickoff. Round Table of Truth. We about to get it in. Like always, man, I want to give it up to the nigga God, the God of blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Yahweh in the Hebrew. We do have a God.
Damn right.
You understand? We got to make sure you understand that point. That way you can let go of that Christian God, let go of that Arab God, let go of them African gods, East Indian. We want to worship everybody's God but our own.
Right.
And the ISUPK, man, we let it be known. We worship the nigga God.
Right.
Niggas are supposed to worship somebody that look like them.
That's right.
Somebody that got the vibe that they do. Right here, John. We just started, son. General Muhammad just walked in the building. Give it up. Give it up. How you doing, son? Like always, I also want to give it up to our king, Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Give it up. And of course, the man with the plan, none other than Commanding General Yohana.
That's right.
before I go to my special guest here today, I'd like to go over the host that rock it out with me every week. To my right, we got Captain Mahayaman in the building. To my far left, we got Captain Rtot in the building. To my far right, we got Captain ISUPK in the building. And to my far left, we got Officer Mahayaman in the building. I got to give it up to my tech team. They do a hell of a job in preparing. Officer Ramawan, give him a hand. Officer Raj Karab, give him a hand. And of course, we here with the man, General Mahayaman. How you feeling?
I'm glad to be here. They went over everything. See everybody.
Yeah, right. General, we got what
Please,
you need.
I'm good to go.
That joint right next to your
Go ahead
leg,
and have
sir.
it. It's a little early for me, but I'm gonna celebrate being in Chicago. I'm doing this for y'all.
Damn right. How was your flight, sir?
Outstanding. No problem.
Most High Christ. John, we got a few questions that brothers and sisters had sent. So if you're in mind,
please.
A few questions. Also, General Mahayaman will be teaching class tonight as well.
Absolutely.
6 p.m. All right. You ready for me, General?
Absolutely.
Okay, this is from Officer Mpatazai. He wanted to know what are some of the obstacles you had to overcome to become the general the whole nation looks up to today.
Most High Christ. Well, what I first started with, right? Okay, you want to kind of think about being in the truth like you are starting over as a brand new person again.
Damn right.
Like all of us, we all came from our mother and our father, and in essence, we are the culmination of what our mothers and fathers put into us. And because of that, so many of us are absolutely broken.
Damn right.
Because we're actually the people that our mothers and fathers broke.
That's right.
And Jesus Christ knew this. And Jesus Christ, when they came to Jesus Christ and they said, well, how can someone be born again? How can they go back into their mother's womb? And Jesus Christ said that ye that are born again are not ye that come out of thy mother's womb. That's not who you are.
Right.
What I did when I came into the truth is I started over and I patterned myself after Commander General Yohana. Just like a child would look at their father or their mother, and you just look at him and you start wearing sunglasses because he wears sunglasses.
Right.
You start to walk like him, talk like him, and then you do other things far more important. You begin to have a conscience that I didn't have before I came into the truth. I was absolutely conscienceless. I didn't think about things like right or wrong.
Yes, sir.
But I noticed that he thought about things like right or wrong. And if I'm going to be a child that starts over, I have to pattern myself after someone. So that's what I did. I began to just do that and just do it on a higher level every day.
Damn right.
Every day you just wake up in the morning, brother, like a competition almost. I counsel a lot of people, as you know, and I see the error in many brothers and how they pattern their life. They're kind of patient about change.
Right.
Kind of acceptance of failure, acceptance of, I'm not there, one day I'll get off of these drugs, I'm working my way to get off of cigarettes,
Right.
I know I'm still seeing these whores and doing some things wrong, but one day I'll stop, and that is not what I do.
Damn
That's
right.
not how I live my life.
Damn right.
I wake up every day and I think like a competition, and you have to win today, and someone wins today, and it has to be me. I have to win today, and I have enemies of many everywhere, and they want me to lose today.
Right.
And I just think about them, and I think I'm going to get up today and win. And at the end of the day, I'll have to say either I won today or not. And if I did not win, then I'm motivated more to win tomorrow. And so in doing so, you begin to get better every morning.
Damn right.
Everyone understands.
Also, too, if you got any questions in the room, you're more than welcome to ask questions as well. All right. I have another question as well, General. The brother wanted to know, Captain Kapaj, when the ISUPK starts getting massive in numbers, will the majority officers rank? Will the majority be officers rank or up in troopers? Excuse me, sloppy. For example, if a city has around 500 men, would we intentionally try to make them all officers, or would a large amount be troopers?
If a city, so when the UPK grows in number, let's say, for example, that we have 500 men in one city, right? Which is not a lot of people.
Right.
That's not a lot of people that have 500 men in one city. Right. I probably would start with thinking like that.
Right.
All right. That's kind of a way you need to change how you think. Can you imagine a Christian saying if they have 500 people in one city?
Right.
These Christians have millions of people everywhere. Damn 500 right. people is nothing.
Damn right.
That's nothing at all. You kind of want to think like that, because if you think 500 people is a lot, then you will think you've won when you get 500 people.
Right.
When really you've lost.
That's right.
Because the Christians have millions of people.
That's right.
And so that goes to the concept I just was talking about just now. You don't want to think like that. You don't want to think like, boy, we made it.
Right.
You know, we got 500 people and some preacher's looking at you laughing.
Right.
He's going to look at your 500 and bust out laughing in your face because you're sitting there celebrating like you won the Super Bowl.
Right.
Because you got 500 people. And his church has 25,000 people that come to the church every Sunday. Right. Am I making this up? Every Sunday, 25,000 people walk up in that room.
That's right.
And what are we going to do? High five?
Right.
Over 500 people? No.
Right.
No. We'll do nothing different with 500 people.
Damn right.
That's all. We'll just act like we are right now. And in the UPK, we never try to have a rank. Brothers earn their rank up, and God gives it to them. And that's just that. So if it's one officer out of 500, it'll be one officer and 500 troopers, because that's what those men earned.
Right.
Those brothers in there did the duty of troopers, but they did not do the duty of an officer, so they won't become officers. Right. And that brother, even though he's over 500 men, he has not done the duty of a captain, so he won't be a captain. Right. In the UPK, just as in the Bible under Christ, you get what you've earned. You don't become a rank because of engineering. You know, we need to have a captain. We don't. You don't need 5,000s are outstanding. 5,000s are the bedrock of this school.
Damn right.
That's just straight up and down the truth. Right. The bedrock of this school are officers of 5,000. They've been in here 12 years. It's an officer of 5,000. You know how much experience this cat has? Right. This cat has what he's seen. He's been through COVID. He's been through every goddamn tragedy in the world. Right. He's an officer of 5,000. They're the bedrock of this school, and that's an honorable rank.
Damn right.
You get what you've earned, and you won't get a drop more or a drop less.
Right. Right.
Damn right.
Damn right.
And so, like you said, when you say that's the fundamental difference that people don't know between ISUPK and these other so-called Israelite groups, you know what I mean? Like, people come up in there and they can just jump around. They give themselves titles, they give themselves rank and names, and they high priest and they elders after 5 years. You know what I mean? Here, ever since I walked through these doors, and the same with every man that's in this room, sir, as you said, including yourself, we have earned every ounce of rank and respect and whatever's been given to us by the Most High. And I think that is the fundamental difference between us and anybody out here calling themselves Israelites.
I'm telling the truth, warrior. Give him a hand.
Damn right.
Absolutely.
Now, General, I know some years before, before I even came into school, Commander General Hunter, yourself, and a few of the other generals and captains came up to Chicago. Well, I don't know if people know. I remember seeing the tape downtown. What was that experience like coming to have camp in Chicago? You know, for the first time. I don't know if you remember.
I do remember. It was a hell of a thing. I remember Commander General Yohana was battling this cop. My God. He yelled at this cop. I said, we all going to jail again. Back then, he was good for getting us all locked up. He'd be somewhere, he started going off. I said, didn't go. Here we go again. No problem, officer. I know what to do. You damn cop, you yelling about the cop. You mo, I'm gonna deal with this. We all just start getting locked up, going to jail.
Damn right, sir. Damn right. God.
So he was yelling at this cop in Chicago one day.
Yes, sir.
She said, get away from my gun side. He blazing on her, and she said, get away from my gun side. He lost his mind more. Because she dared to mention getting away from her gun side. I'm saying, like, we going to jail again. Somehow we didn't go to jail. I can tell you right. We didn't go to jail, and we went over there wherever that Chicago sign is. It's like a vertical.
It's on State Street.
On State Street. It was just a glorious day to be out here in Chicago, and I would have never known what it would become because of your hard work on it. I would have never known that day. The water to you, bro.
Water to you, son. Right. Saying that, General, now we got to ask you this. What did it take during the time, I ain't gonna say when the school split, but when a ton of men left the school around the year 2000, if I could, General, what did it take to stand by Commander General Yohana during that time and work with him in rebuilding the school? What was that experience like, sir?
Okay, I mean, I had a very different experience than Commander General Yohana did during that time. Right? Okay. Commander General Yohana during that time, he had the burden of that time. He had the burden of, doing the right thing, of being right. And he had to go through the pain of losing all of those brothers that he loved.
I got you.
He went through all of the pain of losing them and seeing them fall out to school. Men that he thought would never fall out to school because he would never fall out to school. So he really assumed that these men would never leave the truth.
Right.
And so he had the greater burden. Me, myself, at that time, I was just a soldier. That's the best way I can describe it to you. I was following Commander General Yohana. And if we was going to go and start, selling paper cups, I was going to be in a paper cup camp and sell paper cups.
Damn right.
It was so much simpler for me. It wasn't like it was for him. For me, I was assigned to him. I knew that from the Lord, from Yahweh, that I was assigned to him. And so in essence, anything he did, I had to do it with him.
Damn right.
You get my point? It was just that simple. So he wanted to stay in the truth, never leave it. So was I. He wanted to start selling waters. I'd be the second in command of the water sellers. Right. It was just, to me, it was that. It was just, I was assigned to him, and that was that. So, I mean, if everyone left the truth, it didn't matter to me. I didn't even care.
I got you.
It just meant nothing to me that everyone left the truth because my whole world was him. Right. So I just had to be with him. And if I was with him, I was doing what the Lord told me to do. Right, so that was my experience, is just being with him. And that's my experience now.
Damn right.
Slight General, if I could, seeing that all those brothers left the school in the year 2000, do you think the only reason they joined was because of the fear of the prophecy, meaning that judgment was coming soon? That's why they joined the school?
Okay, no, it's not that. It's not that they fear of judgment can keep you in the truth, right? So, and Jesus Christ talked about how that because of this fear of judgment, many will join the school, many will join you. So fear of judgment is good. The beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Most High God.
Right.
So really, they did not fear the judgment. You get my point?
That's right.
But to be more exact, and this happens to this day, right? To be more exact, you come in the truth with a full heart to stay in it. Right. I mean, intending to stay in it. But then you are tested and you fail.
Right.
Which goes back to what I was saying before about every day you have to win. Right. Like it's like anything. There's 1,000 things that people commit themselves. Hell no. It's the Midwest. Sisters out there, this is a rough camp to marry a brother. Whoa. These are some rough, hardcore brothers down here. Detroit, Chicago, Milwaukee, Indiana. You got to be these are hard brothers down here if you want to marry one of these brothers. Well, they would never do anything like that. There's some places where these brothers will get a tattoo of, Shanae. Sheila. Well, don't nobody do. Right on that arm, you got to see Jamal. Every day you in love, you taking it to the church, getting the ring on her finger. Jamal is written right here on her hand, on her neck. Tattoo intended on staying with Jamal forever.
Damn right.
Then she was tested, and her and Jamal broke up.
Right.
That's what it's like when you come into the truth. It's like anything that people come in, they hear it, it moves them, it changes their lives, it helps them. Then they are tested, and they fail.
Damn right.
And it is just that simple. And this happens in 1,000 things. This is why marriages that go spend $20,000 on a wedding, rings that cost what? My God, that wedding ring, $50,000. The limousine, if they still do that, the horse-drawn carriage, the church, the signing the paperwork, saying that if I leave her, I lose half of my money. You're still leaving her.
Damn right.
They're willing to lose half their money.
Damn right.
None of that matters, Doc, because they make a commitment, they truly intend to keep it, then they are tested. And that's why so many people have left the truth, because they couldn't take the test. They couldn't pass it. The test came and then they failed. And the year 2000 thing was an excuse to leave the truth.
Right.
What in the hell? Once again, that's not how I thought. I wouldn't care when it happened.
Right.
When Christ comes back. And what makes you think you're going to the kingdom when he does?
Right.
That's a thing that blew my mind. Christ comes back tomorrow. I guess you're gonna tell brothers to move out the way. Let me walk up on the chariot. Excuse me, my require. You in my way. Is that how it works? I don't know if it works like that. Maybe you ain't gonna get it. Maybe you won't make the kingdom.
Right.
Maybe God knows things about you that brothers don't.
Right.
Maybe you are not going to the kingdom. So why someone leaving the truth out over because Christ didn't come back in the year 2000 is just weak. Please.
Come. Give him the mic.
Yes, so like I said, now that I'm hearing y'all on the subject of people leaving the truth, like when it comes to those fake Israelites that used to be in One West, right? Wouldn't a good scripture be forgive your brother 77 times 7? Like they should have never found a way to leave the truth. They should just kept forgiving their brother over and over again. Am I right about that?
Okay, absolutely, but that's not the reason they left the truth. Right? Okay, it can become, here's what you can't never do. Never listen to a person who tells you the reason they left the truth when they tell you what the reason was they left the truth. Because they're lying about that. Right? They're going to give you the reason that they believe is a good reason to leave.
Right.
You understand? So it's like, why'd you leave the truth? Oh, because General Mahayaman was oppressing me and General Mahayaman did this to me and General Mahayaman, because that sounds like, oh, of course he left. You know, he was being so mistreated.
Right.
You know, and being mistreated sounds like a good reason to leave. What can you compare this to? A woman, once again. What did they do? He was abusive. What happened to your ex?
Right.
Why aren't you with Jamal? You got his name tattooed on your arm.
Right.
He was emotionally and physically abusive. They go and tell their mother what? Why'd you leave Jamal? He was mean. He was cruel. He was abusive to me. And what do as you're listening? The new perspective, man, what do? Really? Boy, oh boy. I see why you left Jamal.
Right.
I'm never going to be like him.
Right.
I'm going to be with you. I'm never going to be abusive. I'm never going to be emotionally and physically abusive. What happens a week later? You smack upside a goddamn head. Why? Because of the same reason Jamal did.
Right.
Because now you're getting it. Now you get, oh, Jamal hit you because you hit him.
Right.
Now I see it because you hitting me every day.
Right.
So then when I hit you, you're going to tell your mother I'm abusive.
Right.
Oh, you're talking evil about me every day. So when I call you a bitch, you'll call me. Now I see why Jamal is not here. People that left the truth, when they tell you why, they are acting just like a woman who's telling you the reason she's not with her ex.
Right.
They are hiding their culpability
Right.
to blame someone else for the relationship ending.
Right.
It is a lie. It is not true. There is only one reason that people leave the truth. There are no other reasons at all. If you examine it, you will find out the desire to go back to sin. Right. That is that.
That's it.
That is that. Talk to that same brother. Well, I left the school because, there was just no brotherhood in there. Brothers were abusive. So I'm sure that you don't smoke weed now. Oh, no, I do smoke weed.
Right.
Yeah, I smoke every day.
Right.
But I thought you left because there was no brotherhood. Yeah, but you have sex with white women? Yes, I do. But I thought you left because there was no brotherhood.
Right.
That's true, but I still have sex with white women. Oh, you snort coke? Yes, I snort coke too. You go to strip clubs? Yes, you do. You do everything that you said was the reason that you like the truth.
Right.
But then when you leave the truth, you go right back to sin. People leave the school like to smoke weed. Is that simple enough to understand?
Right.
There is no other reason. Or else they would just leave the school and stay home and never smoke weed. Right? And they would never eat pork and never eat shrimp. That brother you talking to, he's celebrating Christmas.
Right.
He's eating pork and shrimp.
Right.
He's a Donald Trump supporter.
Right.
He's going to leave the truth and commit sin. People leave the school for one reason and one reason only, and that is because they miss sin. They miss it like an addict, like they enjoyed it, and then when you argue with them, when they didn't get raised up, when they thought they should have gotten raised up, when they argue with this brother, when some brother, mistreated them in some way that they did not go to counsel for, then they go, oh, that's a good reason to go get high again.
Right.
Now I got my excuse. Now I have all I needed to say, yeah, I left the truth because General Mahayaman said this to me. Now I can go get high again. You left the truth to get high.
Right.
That's why you left the school. Anyone else? Quam, you got Captain Quam, you got it. Get California Quam a hat.
Damn right.
Can you hear me? So like it, sir. So that alludes me to ask this question. So if you can give a breakdown on why it's so important to be rooted.
One more time.
Why is it important to be rooted?
Yeah, that's an excellent thing. Now, that's what rooted is the perfect way to describe it, because that's what Jesus Christ, that's the analogy he gave.
Right.
About as someone throwing seed out, casting out seeds to plant. Some falls on stony ground, some the birds come and eat up, some gets choked by thorns, and other seeds, they go into good earth.
Right.
You get deep into that good earth, and then they give fruit 10-fold, 20-fold. Being rooted means this: I am so deep in it that it is such an integral part of my life that leaving it would kill me.
Right.
You get my point?
Right.
Like, okay, in essence, you're in the school, but you don't do much, right? And so because of that, leaving the school is really not going to be that much of a change in your life. You don't go to camp anyway.
Right.
You get my point?
Right.
Like, you're not in it enough to really affect your life. So, and it kind of starts small, like you start missing things. You start missing the camp. That brother that's not around too much.
Right.
He's making his way out to school. Like, it's like kind of how they test the waters of life outside the UPK. Oh boy. And what's the inevitable excuse? Let me give you the excuse. I was working. I have this job, and this job is taking me away from the school. I hear you. It doesn't take you away from that bitch you home with.
Right.
Not to call your wife a bitch, of course. I'm speaking about women who deserve to be called a bitch.
Right.
I'm not speaking about a wife that does not deserve to be called that. Right. But somehow brothers find time to go to the Little League game. Right. To the Christmas, forget about it. You know, the woman want to go out to, eat dinner or something like that. Right. Oh, you a working man finds a way to do the things that are important to him. Right. Which is how he makes his wife happy. Right. Which is why he makes his children happy. A cat works all goddamn day. He's still taking that broad out to dinner, going to the Little League games, doing this with the kids at the kids' graduation. He's doing, and he's definitely a working man for sure, spending time in that strip club, brother.
Right.
I mean, what do you think the strip money comes from?
Right.
Those dollars come from where? A job.
Right.
That's how they get dollars to throw at whores.
Right.
He works. This cat works all the time.
Yeah, right.
Yet, till what? 4 a.m. He's in a strip club, and guess what he's doing tomorrow? Going to work.
Right.
Going to work from the strip club, stinking like tail and glitter on his face, and he's still going to the strip club. Why? It's important to him.
Right.
That's all. He's making his way out. He's trying to, lessen how deep he is in the school, so that when he eventually leaves, it's not that much of a difference in his life, because he doesn't go that much anyway. Right. He doesn't participate that much anyway. Oh, but when you get all deep down in it, the scenario of a tree is the same, meaning I'm so deep in the earth that if you pull this tree out the earth, the tree dies.
Right.
It dies because this is where this tree lives. This is where it gets its nutrients. It has to be in here to live.
Right.
But if you uproot it, it's going to die. And you can get so deep into this school that really leaving is not an option.
Right.
Your wives are in the truth. If you leave the truth and your wife will go with you, then you're not deep enough in it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're not, if you're in the school and you know that if I come one day and say, baby, listen, they mistreat me in there.
Right.
I didn't get to make captain when everybody made captain.
Right.
They mistreat me. General Mahayaman yelled at me, and he called you a bitch, baby. I heard him say it. Anyway, so baby, listen, we're gonna leave. We're gonna have a Sabbath service at home.
Right.
And we're gonna leave. Now, if that wife goes, okay, then you're not deep enough in the school.
Right.
Right? Because even she can leave and it won't totally rip her life out of the ground.
Right.
Right? You're deep enough when you know if you leave, my wives are not leaving. Right? So in essence, I'll be leaving by my goddamn self if I leave. Because my kids are staying.
Right.
My wives are staying.
Right.
My friends are staying.
Right.
Everything in my life is wrapped up in the UPK. And if I left, I would die. That's how deep I am in it. So then what does that leave you with? Only one option. Work out your issues to stay. Because I really don't have another option, because leaving is just simply not an option. And this is done in the white man's military. The white man's military only stays together because of a contract that they sign, and they're going to put you in prison if you leave. Right? So, but we don't go to jail in here if we leave. Right? The white man's soldiers are forced to stay in the military, the white man's military. They're not there because they love America. Bastards don't love America, or else why in the hell do they make them sign the contract? Why do they put them in jail if they leave the military? That's because they don't love the white man's military. They're in there because they don't want to go to jail. That's that. So why are you in here? You're in here because you love it in here. And if you love it, you get so deep in it, so recklessly faithful, that there's really just no way you can leave. It's just you think about leaving and it's like, oh shit, what am I gonna do then? What am I gonna do if I leave? My wives are just gonna keep going to class. They're gonna go to, and I talk to those brothers. I talk to those brothers. Their wives are still in here. Out there in the UK, there's a few of them. Their wives just had some bastard left the school out in the UK. He was such a faggot, a stinking faggot. And every day I would help this brother out with his stuttering. He stuttered like a goddamn clown. He stuttered so ridiculously. It was a birth defect. Every day I'm on the phone with this brother studying Shakespeare with him. Studying Shakespeare, rehearsing William Shakespeare with him. William Shakespeare's speech, Henry V. Henry V's speech. And he and I would rehearse it. And he began to say it beautifully. And then one day he says that he believes that white people can be saved.
He said, if I could, Joe, he said that to you.
No, he said it to me.
Oh, okay.
He said that to some brothers in the UK.
Okay.
He said the white man can be saved. He told his wife the white man can be saved because he wanted his wife to leave the school with him. I forget the sister's name, but I should remember her name because this sister is one West. Because she stayed in the school even though her husband left the school. Captain Karafi, I can give you the name. He went to her and he said, baby, the white man can be saved. You know, they always kill me with this shit too, Kwam. They act like, yo, man, I've been researching. I learned the Greek and the Hebrew. And I've been on some studies. You know what I figured out? Christ died for everybody.
Right.
It took research for that. That's what my mama says, and my grandmother, and my great-grandmother, and Donald Trump and Barack Obama, Democrats and Republicans believe that Jesus Christ died for everybody. But this nigga that want to leave the truth, he's going to say, I've been studying the scriptures. And it seems like the law is done away with. You don't have to study to say that. Everyone says that. But he's going to come to you as if he figured this out on his own through research. You just listened to all of the people that come on the radio, TV, and the stripper on your lap or the sodomite between your legs. You listened to them. You didn't get this through research. Why? Everyone believes this. Every dope fiend believes that the law is done away with and that Jesus Christ died for everybody. He went to his wife and he told her this. He told her, and she said, she called the school. She said, that's not true. And she called the school and said, my husband is saying that Jesus Christ died for everybody and white people can be saved and he's wrong. And she went and reported it to the school.
Damn.
That's just his one West. And then all of a sudden did all of, everything that could fall on him fell on him and he ran the hell up out of it. Right. But that sister is a good example. She is so rooted. The thought of leaving is impossible to her.
Damn
right. It wasn't impossible to him. You know why? Because he had stopped coming around. Why? Because he was just working so much. His slavery, boy, that slavery is just taking you away. Somehow Christians go to church and go to slavery.
That's a fact.
I just wonder how Christians are able to do that.
Christians
go to church every Sunday. Christians go to church, brother. I think they're starting there at 11 o'clock. I think they've done about 6 o'clock. I think they paid tithes and donations in $10,000 line and $1,000 line, and yet they still stay in that Christian church.
That's a fact.
But you can't be in here because of a job you don't want to be in. That's all. What happened a week later? He moved in with a white girl. A week later, he moved in with a white girl, and he lived with a white girl. How do I know? Because his wife told me. Then the wife girl broke up with him, and now he's somewhere stuttering like a fucking Daffy Duck, a fucking Daffy Duck stuttering idiot. Is there anything else? Or stammering? That's what they call it in the UK. A stammer. Anything else?
So like it was the sister's name was Recall.
Give Recall a hand out of the UK. She's going west, brother.
Right.
This, and not just her. His brother, goddamn Karafia's his brother. I forgot about that. That's Karafia's brother and his sister. His Karafia is his physical brother and his physical sister and his wife all stayed in the school. That stammering Daffy Duck faggot is gone with some white girl left. And I still counsel his wife and still teach his wife not to leave him. If not for this UPK, his wife would not sleep in the bed with that Daffy Duck fucking idiot. Otherwise, why would she sleep with him? It cannot be pleasurable at all. She's sleeping in the bed with him because she's one West. Anything else?
Throughout it, sir. I got one additional question, a follow-up. So I think it's on topic as well. Haggai chapter 2, verse 9, where it talks about the latter house shall be greater than the former house. Can you give a breakdown on how that's important now for brothers coming into the school? Because there's always this representation of fake Israelites. Yeah, I was in the truth. You know, I'm one West, but they left it. You understand? So if you could give a breakdown on Haggai, the 2nd chapter, the 9th verse.
Here's the whole thing. Haggai is not talking about them. Haggai is talking about the nation of Israel. That's the point. The point, fake Israelites use the latter house shall be greater than the former house because they believe that they're going to go start a new Israelite group that will in some way dwarf the accomplishments of Commanding General Yohana. That I have not seen. I haven't seen this new latter Israelite group that's better than us. If so, they could just step up and we could battle.
That's it.
Right? All I know is that Commanding General Yohana's enemies die. Enemies of Commanding General Yohana are in the grave. They feed worms. They don't teach classes. That's what I know. Commanding General Yohana makes widows. He doesn't make new Israelite groups that thrive and prosper. He makes widows. Now, am I making this up? I'm not. This is a fact. They're dead. They all thought they were going to be better than us. GMS, the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ. I remember when you cats thought that them purple pigs were not gay. Stunning now, right now you can't even believe that was possibly thought of.
They didn't believe
they was gay.
Now
Now to be a purple pig is like you're gay. It's like you joined the gay group.
That's it.
It's like an embarrassment to say you're with them. And once again, if there's some fake Israelite that would like to believe that they're going to be some group that's better than us, then they can just battle us out. We can just get it on. We can do things the old way. The way that only God will decide who's the victor this day. We can just go ahead and do it because that's the way we do things in here. So they believe in their hope that they'll leave the UPK and start some new group that will be better than the group they left. Now, the problem with Haggai is talking about the nation of Israel. These people, the people that you read about in the Bible, this nation, we're the nation of King David, the nation of Moses, the nation of Aaron, the nation that King Solomon ruled over, the nation that had gold and ivory coming from overseas to decorate the throne room of King David. The latter house will be better than the former house. Our nation in the future is going to be better than it was under David. Better than it was under Solomon. Better than it was when we came out of Egypt and conquered the nations that were in our land. Whenever you read the Bible and you go, man, this is an amazing thing the Israelites did. This is an amazing thing. That house fell. That great kingdom with all of those stories and all of those heroes, that house fell. But the latter house will be greater than the former house. That's what Haggai is talking about. He's not talking about Sega Genesis starting a damn group. Thinking one day we're going to be better than the UPK. You'll never be better than the UPK.
That's right.
It's an impossibility. Why? Because you don't have better men than the UPK. That's right. And fake Israelites don't get this out because it's over their heads. Fake Israelites believe that their knowledge is so special that somehow this knowledge will defeat the better men that we have in here. They don't get what knowledge is then, right? You don't have knowledge or else you'd be a better man. Right? You don't have knowledge. We have better men than they have in fake Israelite groups. We have better people in here. A good person will always win over a bad person. Fake Israelites don't care about the kind of person they are. Right. You understand? Right. They care about thinking that they're a theologian, right, that they understand this and the blah, blah, and the church elders, all this shit I'd never even heard of till last week. There's some things fake Israelites teach I'd never even heard of. It wasn't just part of my world in battling people. But I hear about it from Gudai Wan and Captain Desar Yak, church elders and some type of shit like that. I don't even know what the hell it is, right? But they believe that because they learned this thing, somehow they'll defeat us. We simply have the better team. We have the better players on our team. Right. You get the point? We have the better players on our team, so it's impossible to beat us. It's just you can't. Right. You have terrible people on your team. Right. The people on your team get pegged in the butt. The people on your team love white women. The people on your team are terrible people. How do you expect to defeat us? And we have the better men. Everybody understand?
Right. The water, sir.
The water, brother. I appreciate you. Oh, the water. Switch over to this. Any other questions?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Cap.
Yeah, if I could too, sir.
Yeah,
they okay. So, General, just like you were saying, with people believing the truth, I do know in certain instances you have, saying men that go through times, when they get discouraged, they leave for a while, they come back. So as a leader, saying what like mentality should we have when it comes down to if a brother needs just encouragement, or if a brother, saying like he's just gonna step off. If you can understand.
I think I do understand. Okay, it's like a two-pronged attack, right? Here's the first thing you have to do. You have to, if a brother, the Bible says a wise man falls 7 times, right? The Bible talks about forgiveness and giving a brother another chance. And Jesus Christ, taught that. And so you want to you got to have men in your school that are a gateway for people that left the school to come back. Right. That's what Commanding General Yohana is excellent at. Commanding General Yohana is a gateway for a brother that has fallen in an error. He's fallen down in an error, and Commanding General Yohana, his heart is open so that he doesn't, because this brother broke his oath and laid down his sword, Commanding General Yohana understands that he fell to a temptation, and he will accept him back and allow him back. Camp leaders, you're a camp leader. It's important to be that kind of bridge for people to be able to come back into the school, because the wiles of Satan are so skillful. And of course, men are weak in the flesh. And so you need to have people that can accept brothers back, encourage them, tell them to come back. Yeah, right. And you can't ever be the kind of brother that needs encouragement to stay in the truth. Right. That's the other side. Here's the problem, when you have an open heart to accept brothers back who left the school, many times it's because there's a part of you that will leave the school too. In essence, you sympathize. You get my point? Right. It's like saying, he left the school. I don't want him to be thrown away, because deep down in here, you understand why he left the school, because you have the same temptations. Right. And that's a lot of the reason that you want to make a path for brothers to come back. Right. Because why? You want there to be a path for you to come back. You understand? And so what do you do then? You have a heart for him to come back. At the same time, you're looking at him saying, I don't need any encouragement to stay in here. I don't need any encouragement at all. It's funny how you need encouragement to stay in the school. You know what? Are any of you fathers out there? Let me tell you what your kids are going to do. Break your heart. That's what they're going to do. They're either going to get sick and lay in some hospital bed and break your heart, and going to see them every day is going to be killing you. You know what you're going to do, though, right? What are you going to do?
Continue to be a father.
You ain't leaving him. You ain't doing that. It don't matter how much it hurts. Right. It hurts you every day. You're going to have some woman, she in there hitting you. You think I don't know that wife is hitting you? She beating your ass in there. You know, she is. Will you stop? God damn it, girl. You in there grabbing arms. What's the patented man move? What do you do? Is it like the bear hug? Or do you grab him around the shoulder? How y'all like to do it? Let's
go tell it. Don't answer.
I almost got it. Nobody moved. Oh, man. I thought I could get somebody to do it. Nobody moved. Nobody said around the shoulder. Get him around the elbow. Damn near men know how to grab a woman when she's hitting you, right? You know how to bear hug her up, grab her, stop it, baby. You better stop all of this. You know how to do it. You coming home? You're not leaving her. You staying with her. You don't leave something you love.
That's right.
Now, the reason that some people need encouragement is because they don't love it. So they need you to come on, man, hang on in there. They need you. I don't. So, and I am not a bridge for people to come back in the school. That is not my gift. I don't have the gift. My gift is just really only being around brothers that would never leave. I don't have the gift to help somebody to hang on who's fragile, who's about to fall off. And there's a perfect precept about that as well. But is it the parable of the parable of the sower? That's the one we just talking about, right? Right. And where persecution came and they left. Right. You don't want to be the kind of person that the parable of the oil. Y'all familiar with that parable? No. The parable of the 10 virgins. There were 10 virgins. They went to marry their Lord, right? I'm sorry. They went to marry their Lord. There were 5 virgins. I forget it was 5 or 7. 5 of them, they brought oil. They knew it might take a long time for their husband to get here.
Right.
So, and they had to wait out in the woods for him to appear. So you don't have to. You can if you want. Do your thing. All right. If you want to pull it, right? They knew it would take a long time. So they brought enough oil so that when this oil ran out, they had extra oil. Right. Because they didn't know how long it might take. Right. So they were prepared to stay as long as it took. Then there were 5 foolish virgins that filled their lamps up with oil, but did not bring extra. So really, they only could stay until this oil ran out of their lamp. Right. Then the night went on and on. All of a sudden, the foolish women, their lamps started to go out. And what did they say? Who knows the rest? Please.
It's like you said, can we borrow some of your oil?
They went to the wise women and said, can I get some of your oil? Can you help me stay? And brother, I've seen that too much in my workout. I've tried to make brothers stay in the school. I've done it.
Right.
I mean, I've been around a little few years, and I don't know a thing that I haven't done to know you shouldn't do it.
Right.
You get my point? I've done that where this cat wants to smoke crack. Right. He's intent on smoking crack. What am I doing? Come live with me. Right. Come stay in my house. Right. Come be here. Let me watch you every day. Mawakwa, Mawakwa, you had a brother. He used to make him Mawakwa every day had to watch him take a pill. Every single day on a video phone.
You remember this brother, Jordan?
Yeah, where is he at?
Long gone.
Shalom. Now, every day, Mawakwa would watch him take his medication. Look at his tongue to make sure he took his pill.
That's it.
Every single day.
Yeah, right.
Guess what happens eventually? He just stops calling.
Yeah.
And he left the school.
Right.
Like, I've tried this. You get my point? I've tried forcing them to take their meds, forcing them to do this, move them into your house. Try everything you can do to get them to stay. Right. You just can't. I can't give you all my oil. What did the women say? When they went to the wise women, they said, listen, can you give us some of your oil? Because we didn't bring any. She said, you better go get your own. Because if I give you my oil, then I won't have any to meet my Lord. Right. If I pour myself into everybody that wants to leave the school, then before you know it, I'm leaving the school. Right. I'm worn the hell out, drained of all my energy, because what happens time after time? If you keep trying to get brothers to stay in the school and they keep leaving, what does that do to you? There's one word. It discourages you, right? See how you said they get discouraged? You know what's real discouraging? Brothers, you try to keep in the school and they keep leaving. Brothers, you watching him take his pill.
I've been saying that. Yeah, I mean,
you trying. Yeah. You were trying with this cat out. Trying your goddamnness to get him to take this medication. Imagine watching a grown man make him take a pill. He fucking grown.
Right.
But my quad is like, come on, you take your pill today? You take your pill, you in class, you gotta be in class every week. Before you know it, like that happens enough, you start to get depressed. I don't ever get depressed, ever. Because I don't care who leaves the school. It absolutely means nothing to me at all. I can't be discouraged. There is just nothing that could happen that could discourage me at all. Now, I would recommend you be like that, because sooner or later, brothers might not want to give you their oil.
Right.
You understand? Brothers might get sick of trying to get you to stay around.
Right.
But once again, that's not my office.
Right.
You brothers that are doing that, you're doing a great thing. Commanding General Yohana wants you to do it. Commanding General Yohana does it. Commanding General Yohana always reaches out to brothers who have left the school, because he knows so many of them for over the years, that he always gives them a way to come back without being shamed. And that's the right thing to do.
Damn right.
Good to go?
If I could, General. The only reason why I watched him take that pill on the video every day is I needed a reader.
I've done that.
I only had a few beds.
Shit.
You know what I mean? But what was beautiful about it, when he left, the Lord sent me, as you can see, he sent me more men, which is why a man should never care if somebody leaves the school.
Yeah,
Right?
man. Yeah. I know what you mean, brother. Go ahead.
Cap.
If I could, Kogan, that's the definition of being rooted. And knowing that nothing that everyone else does around you is going to affect you and what you do in the school. You understand? Like Captain O'Quart always says, like he'll call the brothers, be like, hey, let's come to the school, let's just kick it for drinks. Because he knows being around the Akim that are rooted is going to keep you rooted as well.
That's how it works. I'll give my hand. He's telling the truth. You gotta just want to be here.
Come.
And if you don't, it's a hard thing to keep somebody around that don't want to be here. It's just a rough thing. I don't know the cure for that.
Right.
You get my
Damn
point?
right.
You don't want to be here, but I know how to want to be here. I know you get so deep in it that it just becomes too integral in your life, and there's really no way to leave, so you don't even think about it, because there's really, it's an impossibility. So you think about other solutions to your problems. Other ways to, you got a problem with a brother, there's a solution to that. You got a money problem, a slavery problem. There's a solution to that, as long as you know that there is one thing that is not the solution, and that's leaving.
Damn right.
Please.
Sluggy, so I was just gonna try to add on and say, a lot of brothers in fake Israelite groups, brothers that are trying to come in, they may think that's cold. You know what I'm saying? But it's not cold. It's actually a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to have, the Lord is not a respecter of persons. You know what I'm saying? Even though we love each other and we love his brother, we love the brotherhood and the truth in our nation more than one particular brother or sister. And that's the way that we have to be. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe that brother come back, maybe he won't. The Lord has sent somebody to replace him if his role was that vital. You know what I'm saying? This has to keep going, because it's not about me. It's not about you or anybody else. This is about our people coming back to who we are, so we can raise our nation and get out of this captivity. And that takes priority over everything.
Yeah, man, he's telling the truth. And now they want to He's telling the truth. You're a warrior.
Damn right.
Anything else?
If I could, General, I want to switch gears for a minute. General, you do a lot of counseling with fixing families, fixing relationships, counseling brothers and sisters day and night. How do we address the issue, or how do we fix the issue of the broken black and brown family? Like, what are the keys to fixing, the black family here in America?
Well, that's really the same topic. Okay, leaving the truth is really the same thing and the same cause of broken families, right? It's the exact same thing. Cuando dejas la verdad, tú dejas a tu familia, right? When you leave the truth, you leave your family, right? The whole essence of what we're doing here is a family, right? We got a father, we got fathers, and we got brothers, and we got sisters, right? We're building a family in here, and it's impossible to build a family if you are a bad person, right? The reason that the family is broken is because the people are broken, and it's so many people have tried to, in essence, this is the right. So many people, in essence, you try to build a family without being a better person, and you can't. And it's done all the time. Some Christian is trying to, you know what we're going to do? We're going to stay together. We're going to stay together, and we're going to not leave each other. You're going to leave each other. Why? Because you're a terrible person, and you don't keep oaths. Like, imagine trying to make an oath to stay with a woman when you're an oath breaker. Right. But you got Christians out by the cajillions who are making an oath to never leave their wife. Why? To keep the family together.
Right.
They all do it. They sign the contract.
That's a fact.
They buy the house. They move in together. And what do they say? We're never going to be a broken family. We're going to stay together forever. Why? Because my father wasn't in my life. So we're going to get married and we're going to stay together. Here's the problem, Mark. You are an oath breaker. What difference does it make if an oath breaker makes an oath?
Right.
You're making all kinds of effing oaths. Who cares?
Right.
You're a traitor. You're not someone that can keep an oath. You pick some woman. She says, yes, I will marry you. I'm going to, the bitch wears white. She's wearing white at the damn thing. She's had sex with everyone, period.
Right.
She's giving out so much oral sex. She should cut a hole in the back of her head so she can have a new hole to give oral sex in.
Good.
And what does she do one day though when she meets you? Because what are you? You're a high value man. What's the word for you? You bring a lot to the table.
Right.
So she's going to wear white and she's marrying you. That's it.
That's it.
She's settling down now. What happens a year later? She uses her new blowhole and has sex with someone else.
Right.
Why? Because she's a terrible person. Okay. Don't try to build good families. Forget that.
Right.
Be a better person.
That's right.
If you're a better person, you're going to have better friends, better wives.
Right.
You'll pick a better job.
Right.
Right? Many of you only have a job because they don't piss test. That's why you got your job.
That's a fact.
You don't have the job of your full capability.
Right.
You got a job because they don't piss test.
Right.
And so that's the job for you. The minute you hear they piss test, never mind, thank you. You get up and walk out the goddamn office. The minute you hear there's a piss test. I don't know this. I did this. Oh, really? Okay. Well, thank you very much. Why am I even coming here? I remember in the world, brother, I be talking to a broad in the world. Yeah, you smoke weed? You don't smoke weed? Listen, it was good talking to you. This job, you can't smoke weed. Well, listen, it was nice being there for a second.
Right.
That was it. I had to get high.
Damn right.
Is that the job, my full capability? No, it's the job that will have a piece of shit like me. Right? Who's a woman you're with? A woman that will have a piece of shit like you. Who's the man you have? A man that will put up with a piece of shit like you. Right? What kind of children do you have? Children raised by a piece of shit like you.
Right.
Everybody understands? This is my advice to you. Stop thinking about building families as if it's something you can construct. And engineer. Good people make good families. That's that. You're a good person. You're going to have a good family, a good wife, a good slavery, good friends. Be a good person and let everything else handle itself.
Right.
Anything else?
Please, through my experience, of course, you probably is yours as well. Like you attract what you actually are. Because you're a piece of shit, you're going to attract other pieces of shit.
Please.
Like UPK, we raise such great families and brothers and sisters and children because that's what we are in this organization. And it's just as simple as that.
It's like the fake Israelites, Captain. They think, they can just construct a group.
Right.
Like they think, well, I'm leaving the UPK.
Yeah.
Now we're going to make our own leadership. I hate that word. It tastes bad in my mouth. Leadership. There's a few words that taste nasty in my mouth. Anoint, fellowship, leadership. There's a few other ones that they make me sick. Narrative. Narrative somehow is nasty in my mouth. Okay. They try to. We're gonna leave. We're gonna make a new leadership. We're gonna get a website. We're gonna get a blog. They think this is something you can just go construct, and they don't understand. This is not something we just constructed. We set out to be good people, keep the commandments of God, to honor our oaths, right? If you leave the UPK, how in the hell are you going to make a group and then tell somebody they couldn't leave? I've never understood that because I hear them say it like, well, you can't leave the Purple Pigs.
Right.
Why in the hell can't you?
Right.
Isn't that how the Purple Pigs even existed?
Right.
Right? You can't, if you're a bad person, you're going to go make a group full of rats and traitors.
Right.
Because that's what you are. You're going to make children up that get high, and you're going to wonder why they get high. They get high because you get high.
Right.
They just watch you. They watch you and your wife argue and fight and hit each other, and the police come to the house, and you would talk to each other, and the things that these children would hear. I've heard them in counsel. It makes me sometimes want to actually smack you and your wife in the face. So many times I thought to myself, if not for Commanding General Yohana, I am going to hit this bitch and her faggot husband. I'm going to hit them both. Right. I'm going to smack him in the face, and I'm going to smack her in the face. I'm going to do it because it feels like I must do it, but I know Commanding General Yohana would not allow something like that. But it makes me so angry to talk to a child and to hear what this child saw and heard, and that you did it right in front of the child, like the child was no more than a dog or a cat. You know how you might argue in front of a cat?
Right.
You know, like you take no thought that the cat is sitting there. That baby is sitting there watching, listening to it. And some of you stupid bitches that have you talking to other men on Facebook. You're married. You're talking to other men on Facebook. Committing adultery on your husband. Right. And I always think to myself, what is this little boy going to do when he finds out why you and his mom broke up? Brother, when you find out that your mother and father broke up because your mother was sucking penises and having sex with men, that is going to create a broken child. It's like, okay, you'll never be able to think of your mother as pure.
Right.
And kids need that. Kids need to, especially a boy. A boy needs to look at his mom like she's not a sexual object.
Right.
You understand?
Damn right.
But when you realize that your mom and dad, they broke up because, you know, my mom, she got caught talking to other men.
Right.
She was out talking to men. You're going to think about some man having sex with your mom. Then your mom is bringing other men in the house. And then you're going to go out in this world and kill a lot of people on the west side of Chicago.
Right.
You're going to kill a lot of people on the south side.
Right.
You're going to be killing so many people. If you wonder what's been wrong with Chicago in the past, it's having parents that were pieces of garbage.
That's right.
So now this parent is raising you, getting high. What was this thing I recently saw? Captain Desariak showed me of Wiz Khalifa. That's his name. And he was talking about how his son or daughter goes to school smelling like weed.
Kind of a gun.
Right? And he said, because, my kid smells like weed because, it's legal.
Right.
And when he said it's legal, like it gave me that cringe, like I wanted to smack him in his face until he fell down on the ground. Because in his mind, the only reason.
Right.
So it's now that weed is legal, he can just blow smoke right in the kid's face.
Right.
Because it's legal.
Exactly.
And the baby is going to school with a contact high. But it's okay because it's legal.
Right.
Well, that child is going to kill a lot of people in some city. And right here in Chicago, some of you were that child who had to grow up and see this in your house, and you killed people in this city because of what you saw.
Right.
And the next generation is going to just grow up, and you're going to think you're killing people because they're gangster disciples or black disciples or vice lords. That is just a good reason, like a good reason to leave the school. It's just, you're not killing him because he's in a rival gang. Right? You're killing him because you need to kill somebody.
Right.
What your mother and your father did to you creates some urge in you that is insatiable to give out violence because you saw and grew up in violence. And him being from 3 blocks up is a good enough reason, right? Him being from 2 blocks up there, or sometimes around the corner, right? Sometimes at the top of the block.
Right.
That's a good enough reason to kill him because I need to kill someone.
Right.
Because of the kind of mother and father I had.
Right.
Everyone understand. You want to think about building a family, you be a good person first.
Damn right.
You get to go. All right.
Damn right. Any questions online in the room? I had one more, John, from room 1. Come on with it.
Like we had a question. We had a question online.
This is by Kwasha Salakia Alawap. Can you break down Ecclesiasticus chapter 22, verses 22 to 23? Baba Kasha.
No sweat. You got it up. Somebody grab it for the brother.
Real quick. Come on.
So, what verse you say, sir?
What's the verse?
The book Ecclesiasticus chapter 22, and verse 22 through 23.
Come. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 22 and verse 22. If thou hast opened thy mouth against thy friend, fear not, for there may be a reconciliation, except for upbraiding, or pride, or disclosing of secrets, or a treacherous wound.
Just break it down from the top. That's it.
Call Rtot.
No, sure. Whoever can get it. It might be you, but anybody.
I'll text.
I need this tomato juice. Oh, mix.
Come with Khan, sir.
Just from the top, right?
Come with Khan.
All right, go ahead.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 22 and verse 22. If thou hast opened thy mouth against thy friend, fear not, for there may be a reconciliation.
Meaning, let's say you said something wrong to your friend. Don't be afraid. He might forgive you. You say something about your friend you shouldn't have said. You know, sometimes you might be rude, or you might say something later on. You say, "Damn, I shouldn't have said that to him." Don't be afraid. It doesn't mean you're going to lose the friend simply because you've said something you should not say. He's your friend,
right?
And he'll forgive you. So don't be afraid that you will lose him because you might reconcile with him. Go to him. You apologize. Many times, brother, a good friend is just that, and a good friend will forgive you for saying something that you should not have said. Everyone understand?
Come.
Go ahead.
Except for
there are other times when you might not get forgiven. And these are the your brother. These are the conditions where you might not get forgiveness. I get a little more ice in it. Go ahead.
Except for upbraiding.
Except for what?
Upbraiding.
Someone look up the word upbraiding. For time's sake, upbraiding is like when you just go berserk on him and you make him so goddamn angry, he can't stand you anymore.
Okay, I have the definition, sir.
Go ahead.
So the meaning of upbraiding is severe criticism, scolding, or reproof, to blame or find strong fault with someone.
Right. In essence, if you just chastise somebody to death, it's so much more than just saying something wrong to him.
Right.
You get my point? Which is why you absolutely want to be careful with that. Like I've told brothers 1,000 goddamn times. Don't become an officer and think that you can just check somebody to death because you're over them. They're going to hate you. They're going to hate you for it. You have to be careful with that. It's a trait of a very small man. A very small man who gets a little bit of rank, and now he is berating you and belligerent to you. It just shows that he's someone that could not be supervisor down there at the warehouse. Too many brothers, they come up into school. You wouldn't make supervisor at the warehouse.
Right.
They would never give you a position of power ever. You get a position of power in here. Now someone is calling you sir, and now you berate them and are belligerent with them for nothing, for doing nothing at all. You're an asshole. That's all. Some people are just assholes. The Bible calls them being froward. You understand? Having a froward mouth. And that's the type of brother. And that's why those brothers got to be taken to counsel, like regardless of rank. You see a brother like that, and he's just belligerent and yelling at you and checking you all goddamn night. And you know that he's just doing this because, in essence, he's having a period. He's having cramps. He's PMSing.
Right.
Oh, he woke up on the wrong side of the bed. All them excuses you give brothers, but just yelling at you for nothing.
Right.
You go, he having one of them days, you know. Men ain't supposed to have them days. What is he on his monthly? One of them days. What does that fucking even mean? And then later on he comes to you like, listen, I was just having one of them days. You was on your period. You gotta get some Midol. Watch your fucking mouth. Don't just yell at everybody for nothing. These men ain't signed contracts. They love being in here.
Damn right.
These men belong to Christ.
Damn right, sir.
Treat them like garbage. Treat them like just someone because you mad at your wife at home because your wife don't listen to you, and you think you can come in here and yell at brothers. Young brothers, take them to counsel.
Damn right.
You a young man in here, you being treated like that, take them to counsel. Do it. You're helping them and helping the school.
That's it.
Why? Because a situation like that, you might not get forgiven for that. You might have to pay for that. You see, the first one, you say something wrong to a brother, no big deal, you'll reconcile. But if you berated a brother, upbraided a brother, you're going to have to pay for that. You're going to be brought to counsel, and now you're paying because of how you spoke to this brother.
Right.
You won't just be forgiven. You're going to pay for it within the walls of this school. Everyone understands. So, keep going.
Or pride.
Or pride. Here you go. You full of damn pride. What are you so proud about? So now you behave in such a proud way that now you have to be made low, young man. That's it. El orgullo preside a la caída. Before pride cometh destruction. Or after pride cometh destruction. After pride comes destruction. You're going to pay for being proud. You're going to pay for it. You won't just be like Salakia and it goes away. No, not with something that proud. Now you're going to pray for that. You're going to pay for that. Keep going.
Khan. Or disclosing of secrets.
Or what?
Disclosing of secrets.
Now here you go. Now you go and you gossip about this brother in the school. You go and gossip about him. You're a gossiper. Not only are you on your period, but also you gossip. It's not good out there. And you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for doing something like that. So that's the point. If there's more, let me know.
Khan. Or a treacherous wound.
Or a what?
A treacherous wound.
Or you went and you wounded this cat like you snuck up. A treacherous wound is like it's like a wound where you stabbed him in the back. You get the point? That's not a wound like a straight up fight. It's like a treacherous wound where you stabbed him in the back. You're going to pay for that. Anything else?
Khan. For these things, every friend will depart.
Everybody gets that?
Khan.
Do this. You losing a friend over these things. Right. That's that. Now listen, you say something wrong, you apologize. When you go and you do something all proud, like you think you're so much better than him. Oh, a friend leaves you over that. You go and upbraid this friend and chastise him and berate him. That's the kind of thing the Commanding General Yohana outlawed at his school lot. When I came up, that happened a lot. That was happening a ton. And Commanding General Yohana found out about it and kicked them out of school lot. We cannot exist if we harm each other.
Right.
We can't exist like that. If you just have the urge to yell at people, you're in the wrong place.
Right.
Go do that at Amazon warehouse. You're not doing it there, are you? There you're acting real professional at Amazon, aren't you? Right. You go there, be an Uber driver. You're talking real professional to everybody in that goddamn car. You come into the UPK, you think you can just yell at brothers for nothing? Oh, not in here. Friendship, that kind of thing ends friendship.
Damn right.
It ends it, and it will in here. Everyone understand? Anything else?
He wanted verse 23 also, sir. Verse 23. Be faithful to thy neighbor in his poverty, that thou mayest rejoice in his prosperity.
Be faithful, meaning when your neighbor becomes poor, don't throw him away, and now you can no longer be his neighbor because he's poor, right? Why? Because then when he's risen up again, he'll be your friend then as well because you were with him when he was down.
Right.
So you'll be with him when he comes up. Everyone understands?
Khan. Abide steadfast unto him in the time of his trouble, that thou mayest be heir with him in his heritage. I
just broke that down, I believe, correct?
Khan.
Go ahead.
For a mean estate is not always to be condemned.
The word mean estate is Old English for low, right? Be thou ever so mean, yet will thou be my brother. For whosoever shall shed his blood with me this day shall become my brother. That's from Shakespeare, right?
Khan.
Mean means low, right? That's what it means in Old English. Go ahead.
Khan. Nor the rich that is foolish to be had in admiration.
Now you go, because someone is rich, now you have them in admiration. You want them to be your neighbor. You want them to be your friend. Well, you're a fool because he's going to become poor. Right. This rich man. A lot of y'all were friends with Puff Daddy. Oh, you love that Puff Daddy. He brought a lot to the table. Right. He brought a little too much to the table. Yeah, I heard that. Well, now you don't want to be Puff Daddy's friend no more.
Right.
Raise your hand if you love Puff Daddy out there in Chicago. All right, give him a hand. No one raised that. They know they're going to they're going to get in the car. They're going to get in the car and do the Puff Daddy dance. Anyway, you don't want to be his friend now. I don't blame you. Okay. Well, don't love rich men because rich men become poor. Right. And just remember, poor men become rich. Right. That's the point. poor men become rich. Was there anything else?
That was it on that, sir.
Good to go?
Damn right.
Go
ahead. Got a question for Officer Ramawan. You said, General Mahayaman, you spent decades in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana and have seen the school through growth, criticism, and countless challenges. Looking back, what was the single most controversial leadership decision you had to stand behind that many people misunderstood at the time?
Let me try to think.
And
Misunderstood it at the time.
And it's a few more parts.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And what biblical principle gave you the confidence to stand firm even when others disagreed?
I mean, boy, it's hard to remember because virtually every stance we took, everyone hated.
Right.
I don't remember one anybody agreed with. Boy, oh boy, it was so many. I go back to the year 2000 thing. It was the year 2000. Everybody was saying that Ariel was not a prophet of God. Chief Head Priest Ariel and the UPK was wrong. People in the UPK were saying that. And they left the school. And Commanding General Yohana was saying Ariel was not wrong, that he was right, and then pulled all of these precepts proving that Ariel was right. Proving the precept where he said, after 2 days will I raise thee up, but in the third day that I will return. And it was like 4 precepts that we would kill these bastards with.
If
he delay his coming, oh, we was killing them with those precepts. So they thought, of course, they had some precepts to prove that they could leave the school after the year 2000. We pulled precepts proving that the Lord saith when he delay his coming. And we was destroying them. That was back then. It's been so many more since then. The year 2000 thing, vaccines. COVID. I remember that. Woo, y'all blackity blacks out there. You see, y'all blackity blacks think somehow you're scientists. I've never understood that. Smoking weed don't make you a herbologist.
Right.
I know somehow it's like, well, I smoke weed, so I understand the seeds and the planting of seed and the herbatologies, and because I get high. Getting high doesn't make you an expert in herbology or gardening.
Right.
But somehow black people believed that it was wrong to take the vaccine during the COVID, and it was widely accepted. You get my point? Meaning you had to come up against what everybody said to say that it is not unlawful or unrighteous to get that vaccine. And then before you know it, Commanding General Yohana found out that black people invented vaccines. And then the precept that said, take heed to the physician and obey him and what he has. And then we was killing him. And then what happened? Everybody started to die. And everybody said, listen, where can I get that vaccine at? Right. Now, guess what's happening right now? Measles. I wish you don't have Alexa in here, right? Ask your phone what measles cases there were in 2020. I think there was 15 measles cases, 30 measles cases. When he gets it, let me know. And then give me what the measles cases are right now.
There were 13 confirmed cases of measles reported in the United States in 2020.
In the United States, there was 13 people that had measles. How many people have measles today?
As of July 24th, 2026, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention has reported 2,318 confirmed measles cases in the United States for 2026.
For when?
For 2026.
That's that. You know why that happened? Because you are stupid and listen to people that get high and get your medical advice from drug addicts. That's why this happens.
Right.
So now measles is back. The bubonic plague is back. Look that up. Look up cases of the Black Plague, which ain't been around since the 1300s. The bubonic plague. Why? Because you're an idiot, Doc. And you see, Commanding General Yohana is not stupid.
Right.
You are stupid. And so we were saying this, brother. I remember with Captain Desaryak and Sarnetta. That Sarnetta was saying we was crazy.
Yep.
We ain't gonna take the jab. Y'all taking the jab. This is something. Now, Commanding General Yohana, he had all the facts on it up. And this is something that I've always learned under my service under Commanding General Yohana, right? people are more afraid of the cure than they are the disease. And people are not afraid of the disease because people want to die. And that is something that I've learned that has confirmed itself over and over. I've been in battles with cokeheads about that vaccine. I remember being in a battle, guy, this cat does coke. This is the crackhead. And he's like, I can't put that in my body.
Right.
What are we talking?
It's like I have the bubonic plague, I believe. What popped up in my mind, it says worldwide about 2,000 cases. Just this year in America, has only been one though.
Only?
That's only.
It's the bubonic plague.
Right.
To Jesus Christ. That shit was gone since the Middle Ages.
Right.
You understand what that means? That's some shit. It's like, what's that coming back? Some crazy messes in movies.
Right.
You understand? Ain't supposed to be anybody getting the Black Plague.
Right.
That's from the 1300s. You know how long ago that is? That 13, not 1700s when America was founded. The 1300s. The bubonic, somebody has it? Okay, and that's how you want to do things. You want to die. The Bible says, take heed to the physician not. So many of you thought that God was against science. God created science.
That's right.
You believe in science falsely called.
Damn right.
That's not real science.
Right.
You know, right? Real science comes from doctors inspired by God. That's in the Bible, young brothers.
Right.
That was one thing. What other things? Man, there's been so many. Not everybody can be saved. You got to go with that. Jesus Christ died for everybody.
Right.
Forget about that. They couldn't stand us over that. People lost their families over that, brother.
Right.
Lost their families over Jesus Christ did not. Things that are so common now that you accept. Back in the day, listen, brother, back in the day, you know how now the internet you can prefer black people?
Right.
You could not do that. That's so many things I see today, and I go, y'all young brothers don't know for being okay. You know how you got to support black business?
Right.
You could not do that. That was racist. It was racist to say I'm going there because he's black, or I have to do this because he's black. Why I got to be because he's black? That's what they would say. Why I got to be because why I got to be a black doctor? Don't call me a black doctor. Just call me a doctor. I don't want to just be a black actor. No. That's wrong. You're going to call him a black actor or a black businessman.
Right.
You couldn't say black businessman.
Right.
If you said black businessman, they went, why you got to bring up race? Why you got to be a black businessman? He's supposed to just be a businessman. You remember that out, right? That was all over the place.
Right.
And we were putting people's mind on race when black people refused to do anything based on race. You could not say, which is why affirmative action is ended, because back then, if you told somebody they got this job because they're black, they would go, hell no, I did not.
Right.
I didn't. I got this job out of my own merit. It doesn't matter the color of my skin. Jesus Christ only loves black people and Hispanics. Jesus Christ only died for blacks and Hispanics. My God, they wanted to kill us over that.
Right.
He had to get killed. Barack Hussein Obama.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Good night.
Brother, the UPK was against Barack Obama when Barack Obama was a god.
Right.
You understand me?
Come.
I'm talking a straight up and down god. You could not say anything. You know how right now you can talk about preachers? I've been damn near killed over talking about TD Jakes. TD Jakes, that same fool that everyone talks about now. I remember one in particular, I'm in DC, and I'm just speaking about TD Jakes, just telling everybody who he is. That's all. Laying his resume out there on the street.
Right.
And some woman lost her mind, started throwing stuff at me and saying, the Bible says, come not near God's anointed. You will. And she lost it and tried to attack me. And the brothers had to grab her over TD Jakes. You understand me? You could not speak about Creflo Dollar. You could not talk about him on. You talked about Creflo Dollar and TD Jakes in the street. The young brothers had to get up front in the camp. The young brothers had to say, back up, because you said something about TD Jakes. We've been in battles over Puff Daddy. Straight up and down battles over Puff Daddy. See, y'all hating on a black man doing his own business. Y'all hating on black success, and they would battle us over Puff Daddy. Y'all. We getting straight up battles over Jay-Z. Like, I mean, it's just been everything. I mean, Creflo Dollar, we've been attacked over him. Attacked over Creflo, attacked over TD Jakes, attacked over Puff Daddy, attacked over Barack Obama. That, I don't know what year that was, Barack Obama became president. But brother, we had to screw our courage to the fence because we were surely gonna have to kill somebody at camp. It was like going every week. I remember getting training, started to lift a ton of weights, get as big as I possibly could, because we would go out to camp, and I was just planning on killing somebody at camp because I just knew it was gonna happen. It was inevitable. Like it was like an inevitability, and I would run it out in my mind, and I would say, okay, when he attacks, I'm gonna push him over the subway. So he would fall down the subway. I mean, it was like, I don't know who was around back then, but it was an insane time to speak against what black people thought was their God. Right. Farrakhan said he was Jesus.
God.
That's on the internet.
God.
And that is how they thought. They thought that this was the second coming. And Louis Farrakhan said it. Said that this man was the second coming, that he is the Lord's anointed savior. That is on the internet right now. So imagine we out there on the street saying we don't need a black man in the White House. We need a black man in every house. They went and attacked us, brother, and we all up front, guarding the front, Commander General Hunter blazing, and they're pressing on us, and we waiting just for the fall on him. Pagaibawa. I remember just thinking, he's gonna say Pagaibawa, and we gonna get it the fuck on out here. We doing it today, and it was like it didn't happen. So next week I start training, so we could get it on next week. And I don't know how long that went on now. It went on so much. Oh my God, it was a crazy time. Captain Nyathak is coming out of 7-Eleven and gets into a physical fight with people at camp that saw him because of Barack Obama. That happened. The same Barack Obama everybody says now did nothing for black people. Right. We said that his first year being president. Captain Nyathak is coming out of a 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven. They see Captain Nyathak. This is like, 10 miles from camp. They say, ain't you one of them niggas that be talking about Barack Obama? Went and swung on Captain Nyathak. Captain Nyathak went to ground. What? He come back and tell us out. We come to camp the next week out, trying to get it on out there. Trying to get it on at camp over Barack Obama. The same one right now, everyone says did nothing for black people. Right. But we said it prophetically. We said it before it happened, and we had to get hated over it. And that's one thing. Barack Obama was insane. COVID was insane. Barack Obama was a big one. I remember because it's coming back to me. That was the one where it was the violence. Right. That was when we had to go to violence over Barack Obama. Right. I remember Commander General Hunter said, because you voted in this brown-skinned Hamite thinking that he's black, the white man is going to do something to you in retribution. Because you voted him in, watch and see what the white man does next. Watch who he votes in next. I remember I was standing right there. And then Donald Trump became president. He became president right after.
I saw the tape.
You saw it. I remember standing there going, my God. And he was trying to tell him, you all celebrating this cat like he's Jesus. Wait until you see what they do. Because you put some African in the White House thinking he's one of you. And now we getting shot dead in the streets. White people getting shot dead in the streets. ICE agents with masks on their face. All because Barack Obama became president, did nothing for black people, but did make white people feel like they weren't the master race. Right. And now all of our Mexican brothers got to get shot.
Right. It's like May. What's so crazy what you're saying about that is yesterday, we went out to go promote the Fire Weekend. We actually they just finished building the President Barack Obama Museum Center in the South Side. And so we went over there, promoting everything. But maybe what I was noticing is that over there, it was so crazy that majority of people actually visiting the museum or the library are majority Hamites.
Is that right?
It was Hamites and white people flooded the location. We only handed out maybe 20, 30 flyers to brothers and sisters. It was Africans galore. And it was so crazy because at the same time they put that in our community, they already increased the living taxes right there.
Right.
Yardan was talking about how they raised the living taxes right over there by about $7,000 to $10,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Now people are already vacating that location, and that building only opened last month, maybe June, or it was either June or this month.
June. They opened it in June.
In June. So that's just crazy to say that they put our so-called Jesus or whatever in our communities, and the first thing that happens, we gotta get out. We gotta get out of there. Go,
in that area over there, because I grew up around that area. You know what I mean, sir? My mom lives not too far from there. You know what I mean? Across the street from the library, that used to be a public park. It was all public property where black families, ever since I was a child, would go over there and picnic. Kids would play in the park. You know what I mean? Baseball team, the local high school right there, Hyde Park High School, which is a black high school, would use that for sporting events and everything. Now, like Captain Lamont said, since that library has been there, they completely destroyed that. Across the street is housing that was affordable housing, and you have every level of income up in there, how affordable it is for black people. Now, like you said, people are moving out, and by flocks and droves, they were so happy. If you go right across the street, a lot of them people flooded that library on the day that it opened. And now those same people a month later, 2 months later, are looking at their rent and looking at their mortgage and looking at their taxes, and they got to move.
Right.
As a Barack Obama, I mean, people thought he was just going to. People thought that he was going to get rid of student loans. I remember them thinking he was going to just do everything. I remember one day we were at camp. Ooh, this was a bad time, Mark. Oh, one day we at camp and they're just threatening to kill us every day. Crowds getting bigger, organized crowd. They came together to be here today to physically fight us, and they were always thinking about it. We hear them on the side plotting on us to come attack us. And one day I'm standing in front. Commander General Yohana is speaking. Oh, they're getting so mad. They plotting on, talking about how they're going to attack us. Commander General Yohana jumps off the podium. Right? He jumps off the podium and just goes out into the crowd. Right? And I was speaking. That's what happened. I'm speaking. He was speaking first. And he just began to get so angry out because they're threatening to kill us. Like you can hear him talking. Man, you go over there, hit that one. I'm gonna hit this one. You gonna get this one. I'm gonna get that. Look at that. We're gonna get this. When they come there, we're gonna get this. And we hear him.
Right.
We stand, they 2 inches from my face. Right. And so Commander Juliana hands me the mic. I start just speaking. He gets off the podium. He walks past the brothers. Now he's in the crowd. And he starts to just walk over to the cat. He walked, and I'm yelling, get him, get him, get him. I'm telling the brother, sir, get him. Right. I start to yell. The brothers go to grab him. He won't let the brothers grab him. The brothers is grabbing him. He's like, no, fuck that. He's grabbing, trying to get this cat.
Right.
And I'm on the podium, sir, get him. They grab his arms. He won't let him grab him. They got to physically grab him. They physically got Commander General Yohana hemmed up, bringing him back into the camp. That. I forgot Barack Obama came from Chicago. They loved him, huh? You understand?
Right.
They loved this cat, loved him like he was God. Oh, well, everybody knows what happened now. We knew it first. Right. Just remember that. That's what it means to be a prophet. Right. We knew it first. Go ahead,
If I could, Joe, we want to switch gears. We got a couple of videos that we want to play.
Come on. The first one we're gonna go in.
Hold on 1 second. Oh, please.
We shout out to the brother Malak, Mashak. You understand? Marvel Sar, America is burning. You understand? Makola Salakia. We got United Kingdom in the chat. Mariah Allah. You understand? Shout out to all you brothers and sisters in the chat. Really appreciate it. We got a Sister Stevenson. We got Barack Wana, Nadayab, Lahab, Kawan Matabak. When we just want to shout out them brothers, Cap, if I could.
All Christ, the water for y'all tuning in. Cap.
Come on, sir. So the first video we got up today, we're gonna go into Officer Tatum saying black people were better off as slaves.
Jenna, you heard about this cat?
I did. Cesario told me about it.
He all over the news.
America's favorite coon.
A 100%.
You believe 100%?
Now what? Wait,
You were
after
better off-
slavery. Let
So
me
you're
explain
saying
because
you would
maybe
be
you don't
better
know
off
Black history.
during slavery?
No. You don't understand Black history, and you don't understand what Charlie was saying. Listen, after slavery, there was an explosion of success in the Black community. We had Black Wall Street. We were married to the women we had children with. Black people had a tremendous amount of success. Our success was growing faster than white people during that period of time. Now look at us. Now go look at any inner city in this country, and you see people getting murdered every weekend. The leading cause of murders in this country is by Black people. Violent crimes, Black people.
Let me tell you something. Tatum.
Stop it right there. Jonah, what's your opinion of this guy?
Can I play it one more time? And I want to show you something. All right. Since this is not a class, I'm going to try to help you to learn people. All right. And this has aided me well in my service under Commanding General Yohana in understanding an enemy so you can destroy him. Now play it one more time.
And like you were better off during slavery. Do you agree with him?
Now listen, a 100%.
You believe 100%?
Now what? Wait,
You were
after
better off-
slavery.
Now this is so slight, but try to rewind it right there. He's going to say something right there, and just try to listen to it. Go ahead.
100%.
You believe 100%?
Now what?
That.
Wait.
Again, one more time.
A 100%.
You believe 100%?
Now what? Wait,
You were
after
better off-
slavery.
Now what? Okay. Let me just, now this is separate from the whole, he's of course a disgusting coon,
Come.
but his wife is white, which of course you couldn't have during slavery.
Right.
He'd be hung during slavery.
Right.
And he's talking, which you couldn't do during slavery.
Right.
And he has a podcast and a voice and is able to go out and speak, which you couldn't do during slavery, right?
Right.
So you know what, you realize with people like this, and you need this to battle people. He does not believe what he's saying.
Come.
This coon does not actually believe that he would be better off if he was a slave, else he would not have a white wife, and he would be in a field,
Right.
as opposed to getting paid millions of dollars to talk,
Right.
right? So then why is he saying it? Why would somebody with a white woman say that we were better off during slavery?
Right.
Why is he saying it then? Because he is what you call a contrarian. Look that word up if you could, right? Many times, right? Okay, when you're battling someone, right? If you can listen to what they're saying, they'll tell you the kind of person that they are. And once you know that they're a contrarian, then you can decide what they say, because he is going to say whatever the opposite of what I say is.
Right.
So if I say slavery was terrible, he is going to say slavery was good. He has to say it.
Right.
Even though his wife is white, and he can talk and is traveling, and and which he couldn't do during slavery. But he is only saying, meaning the question made him say we were better during slavery.
Right.
The question, because he has to simply just say the opposite of whatever I say. What's a contrary?
A person who takes a contrarian is a person who takes an opposing position, rejects popular opinion, and goes against the grain.
Brother, I've been in so many battles, right, in my time, and I just say something because I want them to disagree. You get my point? Like I want him to get on the other side of this. So I get on this side of it.
Right.
Because I know that if I get on this side of this, he is going to get on the opposite side of it. He has to, please.
If I could, a second definition, sir, and it's exactly what you're saying, Adawan. A contrarian is someone who habitually opposes or disagrees with the views or opinions of others, often for the sake of being contrary rather than out of genuine belief.
That's this video. Now, what? Now, I'm telling you this aspect of it because this is how you learn to battle people. You learn to battle them. I'm listening to them, and I see, oh, this cat is just going to say whatever the opposite of what I say. So I'll just pick something that I want him to disagree with. And it can be 1,000 different things. If I want to say, I want him to be pro-homosexuality. Right. I want him to get on the side so I can go, oh, so you're pro-homosexuality. Because so I say something against it, knowing that if I say this, he is going to say, oh, what's so wrong with being homosexual?
Right.
Why is that so wrong?
Right.
We was better if we was homosexual. I know he's going to say it because he cannot help himself. Play it from the top again, and you'll see. And that's why he's going, yeah, now what? See that? Yeah, now it's like, you know what? I wish I was a slave. Now what? I wish you would beat my back.
Right.
I wish you would beat me right now with a whip.
Right.
I knew you would say that. And you just have to ask, you say the right thing, and they're like they're animalistic, so they can be manipulated. Play one more time.
Men like you were better off during slavery. Do you agree with him?
Now listen, 100%.
You believe 100%?
Now what?
Now what? Now what? The question made him say it.
Right.
So do you think that we were better off during slavery? 100%, yeah. I said it. I got you. The minute he says that, I said it. I got it. And now I'm just going to force him to disagree with what is right, so that everyone else will see that he's a coon.
Right.
And you can't be put into that, which is a lot of that COVID thing was that. That COVID shit was like, you're just you can't take the jab. You know, it comes from the white man.
Right. Right.
Then now, if you're a contrarian, and in essence, you kind of getting on that side of it because you have to be against things. You get my point? Like, you just need to be the opposite of things.
Right.
But you might battle someone like me, and I'm a terrible person to be your enemy. Horrible. And I'm going to do terrible things to you. Horrible things to you to make you cry and make you think about your mom and all kinds of shit. And you don't want to do that. And so what I'm trying to help you with is don't be vulnerable to things like that.
Right.
Like, don't just be the opposite simply because you're being pushed because your enemy is on that side of it.
Right.
You get my point? And then your enemy, in essence, decides what you're against. And that's what happened here. Now, that's now when you're cutting him, he's a coon, and he absolutely is.
Right.
But you could make people coons. You understand? You could make them say something that makes them a coon.
Right.
And then you'll have a clip of it. But you can force them to do it. You can force them to say, well, Jesus Christ is whiter. You know, you can get him to say what you want him to say. Somewhere like that, you can just force him to say what you want, and then you'll have it on tape. That was it.
Come on, give it up. That's right. What you got next, Lamar?
Come on, Carl. The next was another one with him crying after Charlie Kirk was unalive. Skip that one.
Yeah, skip that one.
The next one we have is the title of it says, along the coast of Ghana stands an enormous stone.
Africans were chained for months. That wasn't fiction, it was history. This black woman had a name. We don't know what it was. What we know is that she was brought to Cape Coast Castle on the coast of what is now Ghana, one of approximately 40 stone fortresses that European powers built along this coastline beginning in the 15th century. She was taken underground, into the dungeon. The dungeon at Cape Coast Castle held up to 1,500 people at one time. There was no light except what crept through holes in the stone. There was no sanitation, no latrines. People chained in the dark for weeks, sometimes months, had no choice but to use the floor they slept on. Over decades, that accumulation became part of the floor itself. Archaeologists have documented it. The dungeon floor at Cape Coast Castle is now several inches higher than when it was built. Several inches of human suffering, compacted into stone. And directly above that dungeon, directly above where she was, British officers held Christian services in the castle chapel. They sang hymns. They prayed. She was underneath their feet. When the ship was ready, they brought her out. Through a low doorway cut through the ocean-facing wall of the castle, a doorway that opened above the waves. The historical records call it the door of no return. She would have looked back through that door at the African coast, at the land, at the sky above it. Most people who walked through that door never saw Africa again. Today, Cape Coast Castle is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Tourists visit it every year. Many of them are the descendants of people who passed through that door in chains. They stand in the same doorway, and they look out at the same ocean. No way this is real, but it absolutely is. Follow us right now.
Please.
General, if I may, how can a black person see a atrocity like this and not agree that the white man is the devil?
Well, okay, it's because of what you would have to give up to agree he's the devil. Meaning, if you agree the white man is the devil, then you would, of course, have to displease white people.
Right.
Right. Most of all of Black and Latino culture is a culture built up of pleasing white people.
Right.
And you really can't do anything that might displease them. So in essence, okay, you like you're saying, just straight up compassion would make you know that white people are evil for the same reason we all grew up thinking that the Russians were evil or the Germans.
Right.
Like all of us grew up believing that the Germans were just the evilest bastards in the world. Why? Because of the Holocaust.
Right.
We would see skinny white people starving to death in the Holocaust videos and hear about gas chambers. And we would go, man, the Germans and Nazis are the evilest bastards in the world. Now, we don't know any, we ain't been to Germany. We don't know them, but compassion makes us hate Germany.
Right.
Compassion makes us hate the Nazis. The Nazis I've never met a Nazi.
Right.
They ain't never killed me or shot my best friends.
Right.
So why did I grow up hating Nazis?
Right.
Compassion. Feeling compassion for Jewish people that were put in these ovens and in these gas chambers. And you, of course, are asking, why doesn't that same compassion make us hate white people?
Right.
It's because the Nazis are our white people, and we have to be with them today.
Right.
You understand? They're with us. The Nazis are gone. They're gone and they're not here anymore. But white people are still here, and we need to go to a job and get a job from them tomorrow.
That's it.
And we need to eat because of them. And let me tell you something I've always wondered about for years. Until damn near recently, I understood why when Donald Trump became president. I've always wondered why in the hell after the Civil War, why didn't they punish the South the way they punished the Nazis after World War II?
Right.
After World War II, they hung all of those Nazis up. They hung them. After the Civil War, brother, no one went to jail, let alone got hung.
Right.
They were pardoned. All of them. Every time, I mean, Jefferson Davis, Andrew Jackson, mass murderers who killed white people and black people. None of them went to jail at all. Then they came together with a conspiracy to murder Abraham Lincoln. Murdered Abraham Lincoln. They killed, I think, 4 people that were involved in that conspiracy. The rest of them went on to live their lives. Nothing happened to them. And brother, because they did not hang the architects of the Confederacy, that's why the Confederacy is alive today.
Right.
Because they didn't hang them, which is what they should have done. And I always said, why'd they do this?
Right.
And not only did they not hang them, but they went up to still praise the Confederate flag and put it up over the State House. And then they wonder why black people and Latinos are still being terrorized today.
Right.
Because they didn't hang those traitors so long ago. Then I understood why they didn't hang those traitors. Because those traitors were their friends.
Right.
They're showing loyalty to them. They're with them.
Right.
Now, here we are, blacks and Latinos in Chicago. We have to work for them. So in essence, we're trying to please them.
Right.
So we let go of our self-respect so we can survive.
Right.
And that your great-grandmother did that.
Damn
Your
right.
great-grandfather did the same thing.
Damn
They
right.
smiled. They danced. You think, imagine those caricatures of, you ever heard of Step and Fetch It? And that big smiling Negro, he smiles so happily. When that camera gets cut off, that Negro goes backstage and cries and hates every one of those crackers in that crowd. But he learns to be what he has to be to survive.
Right.
And before you know it, you grow up, you raise children up that will never get mad at white people, that will never say anything against white people because they have to survive.
Damn right.
You understand?
Damn right. I again, like watching a video like that, seeing it, I don't know if you heard.
I did.
It was so much dung on the floor that it raised the concrete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like Captain Iwalon was saying, how in the hell could you love a people that done such an atrocity? And listen, they was having a church service while all this was going on.
They never see the hypocrisy in that.
Yeah.
I've heard this story, and on the slave ships, go research how many women died drowning in menstrual fluid. Now remember, the boat ride from West Africa to South Carolina, 6 months, right? Women drowned in menstrual fluid.
Right.
They drowned.
Yep.
Right. And I would read those stories. I can go say them at camp, Doc. And you know what black people would do? Throw throw Snapple bottles at us.
Right.
Call us racist.
Yep.
We show the signs of the brothers with his big back whipped. Show the boat where people would die. And I got this. It was on the bottom of my sign. It was on a caption. Where in this, they were slaves held in cargo-like fashion, and women would drown in menstrual fluid, because think about hundreds of women in a small space, and they're having a monthly for these 8 months that it takes to get to South Carolina, and they drown in the menstrual fluid. And it was in the bottom of the sign. I would read it, and somebody black would say, y'all a hate group. Get a job. Jesus Christ don't believe in racism. So this is something I'm very familiar with. Too familiar with it. But now I begin to understand it, because I would just go, what in the hell is wrong with y'all?
Right.
Why you would think love would make you hate white people?
Damn
Love would cause it. God damn it. Listen, I hated Nazis. Nazis didn't have slaves in America.
Right.
I grew up hating Nazis. Why? For what they did to Jewish people.
Right.
I hated them for that.
Right.
For the gas chambers, for the ovens. You don't hate white people for what they did to me? I don't understand you. You don't love them.
Damn right.
And I begin to understand
Come on, Joe.
that Stephen Fetchit smiled on stage, but they cried off stage. You understand? They were angry off stage. Another one, Jackie Robinson. I mean, he was on there, shut his mouth, never said a word. Or he was called nigger in Philadelphia, called nigger at every baseball field. They would push watermelons out in front of him, and he would smile and never say a word. And then later on, after he retired, he began to talk about how much he hated those people, how much he hated them, how much it made him sick. And then you realize we learn to do what we have to do to survive.
Right.
And that survival tactic is what stopped us from loving each other.
Right.
You understand?
He also wrote in his autobiography that him leaving the Negro League and joining the Major League was a big mistake. In the book, $40 million.
That's what he said.
He admitted that. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So what we go? You want one more journal?
Up to you, huh?
You want to get one more video?
We have 3 of them. I don't know if you want to pick one of the 3.
Whatever one. You want to? How about the one with the?
Is that you or me?
Okay. We go to video 5, Raj. You could. We are going into a video of a black brother shot and unalived in San Bernardino.
Stop wasting just for it! Stop wasting! Stop wasting! Stop wasting!
Always.
Go ahead, go ahead! I got lethal.
He's got cuffs. He's got cuffs. Give me your hands. Hey, where's cuffs?
I got cuffs backside. Hey!
Please go ahead and stop that right there. Journal, what comes to mind when you see something like that that's still happening in 2026? A brother got shot, ran down on, emptied the clip on him, and then handcuffed him while he was dead. The man dead. And he put the cuffs on him. Hey, y'all arguing with us about the white man being the devil. Slock it.
Oh, you please bring you say anything else?
No, that was it.
Let me tell you, okay. For years, once again, this is a story you could do this next week. This is going to be every week. This is going to happen. And for years, I would watch this story about a cop killing an unarmed black man. I remember going back to Rodney King. I was in high school, and they had a riot outside of my high school after Rodney King. A riot about it. And Rodney King was just the latest one at that time. This has been going on since policing has been going on in America, right? And you know what opened my eyes about these police shootings and how a cop shoots an unarmed black man? What opened my eyes was January 6th, right? January 6th is when white people didn't have any black person to kill.
Mm.
And then they turned their murdering instinct on America. And it taught me something about white people, like that I finally it finally hit me. There's so many things like I've just understood about white people, just understood in the last few years, right? Another thing, let me give you this and accompanying this. The lack of black history in schools. All of you have always noticed how they don't talk about black history. They don't teach us about black inventors.
Right.
They don't let us know about the famous black people that did beautiful things and patriotic things for America. We never get to learn about them.
Right.
They never tell us about them. And all my life, I always thought that they didn't want black people to know about all of the black inventors, black doctors. They didn't want black people to know about the achievements that blacks and Latinos have made. Brother, it wasn't until the last few years I realized that it wasn't because they didn't want to raise my self-esteem.
Right.
It was because telling white people about black achievements lowers white self-esteem. That's the real reason you can't learn about black inventors and black doctors and black achievements and black heroes, Latino doctors. The reason that schools cannot talk about it is because it will make white people so angry that they will kill other white people.
Right.
In essence, white people are really saving lives by never raising the self-esteem of blacks and Latinos.
Right.
Because if they raise our self-esteem, they're going to lower the self-esteem of white people. These white cops out that kill black people, what would they be doing if they didn't have a job where they could kill a nigger every week?
Right.
What would he do? Do you understand? Like he's alive, and he has an insatiable urge to kill. He has to kill. White people can only hunt deer so much. They try to go hunting, right? They hunt every goddamn weekend. The brothers need you. They hunt every damn weekend. They kill everything moving, swimming and fishing, right? But boy, it's not enough for white people.
Right.
What would this cop do if he couldn't kill someone that's black?
That's right.
He killed the Congress.
Damn right.
He killed the Senate.
Damn right.
He killed the president. And white people know that. So what do? They give him a job where he can kill black people and not kill them.
Right.
Please go ahead, Doc. You want to say something? I'm sorry.
Sir.
Up front, please. Right here.
So lucky, sir, what you bringing out is real heavy because the white man killed over 40 million buffalo just, when they came over here, and also, almost extinct our native Indian, bro.
Yes, he did. The Bible scripture where it says they hunt our steps day and night, that is so pivotal to understanding them. To white people, it's just he has to kill somebody.
Right.
Then they're thinking about it, did he have a gun? Did he not? That ain't what's in his mind.
Right.
What's in his mind is, I only signed up for this job because they told me I could kill a nigger or spit.
Right. That's it.
And if I can't kill somebody black, I'm going into the Congress to kill the senators.
Yeah, right.
And that's what they'll do.
Kind.
And white people know it. And so in essence, we're just used to satisfy their bloodlusts. That's it. Because these same white people are, just think, if you tell him this has happened. What happened when they said that Black Lives Matter, and they said police officers have to wear cameras, and you can't kill black people anymore? What happened with the police departments in America? Who knows? They quit. Right. That's what happened. They quit. The numbers went down. Cops said, I don't want to be a cop if I can't kill black people. Don't put that in your phone now.
Right.
The numbers to recruitment went down.
Damn.
Because they don't want to be. That's the reason they became cops.
Right.
They heard it was some job where you could just kill niggas and spics, and it was legal. Go ahead.
If I could,
Go ahead.
so are you saying, General, these same cops that have an insane appetite to kill us, are these the same cats that our leaders wanted us to be policed by?
Yeah, that's them out. That's exactly them because your leaders were rich,
right?
And they thought that this murder would never come to them. Like black leaders think they're going to kill the people in San Bernardino, the people on the west side,
Right.
on the south side.
Right.
They don't think this touches them in Hyde Park.
Right.
This is like, something that really has nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
And you'd be shocked to learn the distance between rich black people and poor black people. It's almost the same distance like race. It is. There's a video I did out of California. The brothers gave me out of California. And the black person said it in 1950s. He said that he really had no connection
Yeah, I
with
seen
poor
that.
black
I
people.
seen that.
Like it's like it's damn near like race. Like that's you. I'm a whole different thing.
Right.
Over here
That's-
being rich.
right.
Where they have really no connection. So in essence, when the cop kills you, it's like, well, he's killing them, They're from San Bernardino. San Bernardino is one of the poorest places in America. They're extremely poor. That's where we have the school at down there. I think we have the school in it's in San Bernardino.
Right.
That's where the school is at. It's one of the poorest places in America. Rich black people don't feel anything when you getting killed in the west side of Chicago.
Right.
They don't feel like these cops are against black people. They think you're causing this.
Right.
Because your pants are sagging. You know what they say? You out there with them sagging pants. You in those gangs.
Right.
Really, you're causing all of this. Really, you're making rich black people look bad, really. Because you're in those gangs, you're doing all this stuff. When cops kill you, really, it's your fault. And so really, when cops kill black people out, they have to kill somebody.
That's right.
And you got to think about it like that. That's what's going on.
That's it.
They have to kill somebody, and America works because they give them us to kill. Because they have to kill somebody.
That's right.
Anything
Damn right.
else?
Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. We got real quick. We got Commander Jenny Yohana on the line.
Okay, so
Come on. Jenny Yohana.
Hey, shalom, Hakim. Shalom, General. Yabasus Rakata. Yabashma Shabakathum. I just had to tap in with y'all for a hot second, man. This is the hottest podcast going on in America right now. Like y'all rocking this thing on the next level. You know what I'm saying? Mahayaman looking about 25 again. You know what I'm saying? You look great, bro. You look great. You know what I'm saying? What I wanted to say is on what you're saying is so heavy and so what's needed today, and so well put together in the psychology that they use on us. Right now in the chat room, I don't know if a lot of brothers and sisters watching online, in the chat room, white people are saying, just comply with the police. Just comply with the police. Stop resisting. And it needs to be clarified that when people run away from the police, it is not resisting. Resisting would be killing cops. That's what resisting would be. We don't resist the cops. You understand? We're not resisting them at all. We just getting away from them like anybody would for any murder. Like when you live in a neighborhood full of murders and somebody pulls a gun out on you or approaches you with a gun, you don't think, is this person trying to kill me? You think, let me get the hell out of here. And that's what black people are doing when it comes to the cops, because they are murdering us. And it is obvious. And the psychological warfare that they put on us to try every way they possibly can over all these murders to turn around and act as though we somehow are causing the murders because we resist getting beat up and shot to death. You just played a tape of a brother getting killed face down on the ground, shot multiple times in the back. Like, this is going to end very soon. The Most High is going to bring America to its total knees. You are really going to see, you're going to see for the first time, you're going to really see white people suffer. And when they suffer, boy, oh boy, black people better be angry at the first Negro, West Indian, Latino that turns around and has compassion on them. Just like you just brought out, General, which was, again, so heavy. Like we were taught to have compassion on those Nazis, but nobody is taught to have compassion on the mass murderers of us. We're taught to just, reintegrate ourselves under them. Not while they be on their best behavior, but while they be on their worst behavior. It is absolutely insane to ask a people who've been through what we've been through to stop resisting the cops who's also murdering us. It is insane. And it is the only thing that allows white people to function. They are a bloodthirsty people. Like we're in this war in the Middle East right now simply because they cannot give up on their bloodlust. Their bloodlust and their bloodthirst cannot be satisfied under any circumstances. Like the demon that lives in them would only be satisfied when they wipe the earth. If they were able to wipe the earth out, that's the only way that they would be satisfied. That's why their suicide rate is so high. I just want to jump in, man, and tell you, there's a great podcast, man. There's a great thing going on. I hope to see y'all soon. I got jammed up on my flight, but I'll be down there soon, man. I come hang with y'all, man. It's a beautiful thing. UPK forever, goddammit.
Damn right. General, if I could, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
General, anything you want to say about your lecture that's coming up tomorrow?
Oh man, what I want to say is two quick things since you asked. I don't want to cut all into the to what you're doing now, but I just want to say this: the Ukrainians have just fired on the Iranians, and what that means is, in essence, is Europe and Russia are about to go to war because they dragging Europe in to the Third World War. Tomorrow, man, is gonna be an amazing day because tomorrow evening we're gonna really talk about what is actually happening in America and what we should be getting ready to do right now. Like we getting ready to become real survivalists in this place because this place is really shutting down. Like we really coming to it, and thanks be to the Lord. Thanks be to the Lord, because that's the one thing the world does not believe. The world does not believe that whatsoever you sow, that shall you reap. The world does not believe that America will pay for what is done. It's like nobody, like the rich look at it like that's a foolish idea. Just go get some money and live your life and do whatever carnal thing that they ask you to do. But that is not the life for us. We should withdraw from this place as much as we can, because for sure, just like it said in Revelations, man, to come out of her, because this place here, oh, they about to catch a bad one. And we're going to see them, how they act. We're going to see how they hold up as this place starts to fall apart and the rest of the world falls apart. It is so biblical. It's like watching a movie that was written 4,000 years ago. And so tomorrow night, man, we're going to really get into it. Salaki, as soon as you start me on it, I'll be ready to talk. Salaki, let me get off it. I'll see y'all tomorrow night, man. Lord allow, we'll talk about it then. The water so much, y'all can.
Yes, sir. Alawap on y'all.
Yabba Shima Shabraka Thumb. The water, General. Good to see you. I'll see you then. All right.
Man, the Jenny and Hunter tomorrow night, Friday, right here at the school, 7 p.m. We're going to be shooting off Black Watch live, and we're going to be shooting off the Round Table of Truth. You do not want to miss this lecture. If you're tuning in now, make sure you tune in tomorrow night. This is just the kickoff.
Boy.
You know what I'm saying? We want to thank General Mahayaman for blessing us with his presence here, coming to Chicago. And we got this was just the podcast. We got General Mahayaman later on tonight as well.
I'll be here.
We're going to get it in with the scripture breakdown. Make sure that you please tune in tonight to ISUPK online, General Mahayaman, live from Chicago. If you can't tune in online and you can make it, come to the school. Everything free. Come walk through these doors and come get the knowledge that you desperately need. You know what I mean? General, anything you want to say before we go?
I'm just happy to be here at the Water Command and General Yohana for making this all happen. I'll see you tonight, 7 p.m. Central.
That's
that right?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. Central.
Come
Yasha.
All right, give it up. Captain Lamar, any announcements?
Come on. Make sure to go like, follow, share, subscribe yourselves to all Round Table of Truth social media pages. Of course, like the General and Captain Quad said, the General will be teaching tonight's class at 6 p.m. Central. And then also just to go through the rest of the fire weekend coming up, tomorrow morning, make sure to go out to 47th and Ashland for the back to school clothes drive giveaway. You understand? And some food as well. And then later on that night, we have Commander Junior Hunter's lecture at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Come. And then Saturday morning, come to the school to help get your felonies expunged, maybe get your gun rights back and restored. You understand? So make sure to come to the school at 10 a.m. at that time as well. And then Sunday, to end everything off, we have the cookout over at Calumet Park Beach. You understand? Type in on the GPS, Calumet Park Beach parking lot. It's the only address that allows us to use from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. and get shown the best hospitality the world even can give. I mean, the earth can give. I want to say the world.
Can I bring one announcement? Tenemos comida gratis para ti y todo tu familia. Meaning we have free food for you and your entire family.
Damn right. Give it up. As you can see, man, we got the best. Listen, Captain Marquardt wouldn't be sitting here with these amazing brothers without this amazing leadership in the ISUPK.
Damn right.
Commander Junior Hunter is an amazing brother.
Damn right.
General Mahayaman, amazing brother. I wouldn't be here if I didn't go to Philly. I don't think I would have made it. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of brothers, they can sit in their town and get raised up. I had to go. I had to come up there, sit up under the general. Big shout out to all the generals, man, for the work that they put in. Even big shout out to General Q. He here as well. You know what I mean? Captain Yardan, anything you want to say before we close out?
Honorable Con, sir, if I could, you know what I'm saying, as usual, you know what I'm saying, pay your tithes, you know what I'm saying, ISUPK.com, pay 10% of every increase to the priests and prophets of the Lord. Also with that, you know what I'm saying, I just want to give a big shout out to General Mahayaman, sir, the water for coming through, sir, and as you always do, you know what I'm saying, just edify us. I don't know if you remember this, like the first class I ever attended, you know what I'm saying, you were teaching, you know, and Kodash Zion from Minnesota, my cousin.
I didn't know that.
He brought me in front of you to ask you a question. At the end,
y'all done. If I could tell him what happened before you even got to ask the question. Tell him what happened. Captain Khan did to you before you gave it.
So when I walked into the event, Captain Khan was doing Shema that day, and he like roughed me up with the surgeon. So I had a pocket knife because I worked in a warehouse. You know what I'm saying? So I had a pocket knife. He's like, "You mind if I hold this down the slab?" Like, you have it. So all through the class, you were saying, sir, you said, like, you know, you don't deserve to be sitting amongst my man. This ain't the Christian church and different things like that. But at the end of class, I was able to ask you a question, sir. And the question was, you know, saying, what can I do to make sure that I make it to heaven after I die? And you told me, sir, that to let you teach me how to live and how to not die. You know what I'm saying? And the water to you, sir, because ever since then, every Monday and Thursday, you know what I'm saying, you've been teaching me that, sir. You've been a man of your words.
Damn right. Give it up. All right. Well done. Captain Aguilom.
Yeah, come on, just real quick, Cap. I pray every brother and sister got rested. They well rested. Commander Junior Hunter got 4 days of events.
That's right.
There's going to be a lot of brotherhood and sisterhood. So I pray brothers and sisters is ready.
That's it. Damn right. Listen, Captain Lamar, he did that announcement. He forgot to mention we invading damn near every club in Chicago. You didn't tell him to hide the. You didn't tell him to hide the women or the liquor.
He keeping the tail chasing. It's going to be tail chasing. You got to fit that in between righteousness. That's one word. Somehow we teach the Bible, righteous. Somehow we chase tail somehow in there.
Yeah,
we fit it in there.
That's right. Damn right.
You fit in what's important to you.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Most Christ. Officer Mayat.
Come. So everybody that's watching, you know what I mean? If you're not in this school, you need to go to ISUPK.com, find a local school in your area, because the ISUPK is an international organization. We're not just something that's local, we are worldwide. You go to ISUPK.com, find the number for the school in your area and start attending classes. We have classes Monday through Friday from 7 to 9 all over the world. And every Saturday we run the Sabbath service where you can find, you know what I'm saying, we go through the Bible from Genesis to Revelations. We give you the Lashwan Kodash, the ancient Hebrew, our original tongue. We give you an English translation and a proper scripture breakdown so you can understand who you are, understand your history.
Right.
And as Captain Marquardt say, this is the kickoff to the Midwest Fire Weekend Marathon. We got best. We're trying to see how many brothers can make it to the end of the marathon.
They ain't gonna make it.
They ain't gonna make it. It's gonna be like 3 brothers with their tongue hanging out. And also, if you want to be a vendor for the Midwest Fire Weekend, it is not too late. Contact me, Officer 5000, my yard, 773-698-3365. So that way you can reserve your spot. They're going fast. Call me so I can put you on the list. You pay your fee and come out and sell your wares. You know what I'm saying? Support your own black-owned business at the greatest black event in the entire Midwest.
Damn right.
Telling the truth.
Man, I want to give it up to my tech team, Officer Ramawan, give him a hand.
Right.
Officer Raj Karab, give him a hand.
Right.
I am Captain Marquardt, Under Commander Jenny Hunter. This has been a round table exclusive. I can finally say exclusive. I was saying it every show, Joe. The brothers like, oh, they all be exclusive. But this is an exclusive, okay? Man, we'll see you tonight for scripture breakdown. With that, I'm out. Shalom.
Water for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Water.
Girl, stand on stolen ground, reaping the benefits of bloody fathers. That's what you are. Even though you think you're so liberal and so kind, all you are is another child benefiting off the murder of your father. That is who you really are. And you should face it. And you should fall on your knees and beg repentance for your evil, cruel, corrupt, selfish life that you've lived here on the bones of the North American Indian, on the bones of the slaves, on the bones of the Puerto Ricans, on the bones of the Mexicans, on the bones of all the poor people that your father murdered so you could go to college and so you could get drunk and high and have a good time. Your father had to murder for that privilege. You understand that, don't you? Your father had to kill. Your grandfather had to steal so you could live like Pamela Anderson in America. Give me Ezekiel 35. That's the truth. I'm showing you love. That's love. I'm telling you the truth. Ain't that real love? That ain't love. White girl, stand on stolen ground, reaping the benefits of bloody fathers. That's what you are. Even though you think you're so liberal and so kind, all you are is another child benefiting off the murder of your father. That is who you really are. And you should face it. And you should fall on your knees and beg repentance for your evil, cruel, corrupt, selfish life that you've lived here on the bones of the North American Indian, on the bones of the slaves, on the bones of the Puerto Ricans, on the bones of the Mexicans, on the bones of all the poor people that your father murdered so you could go to college and so you could get drunk and high and have a good time. Your father had to murder for that privilege. You understand that, don't you? Your father had to kill. Your grandfather had to steal so you could live like Pamela Anderson in America. Give me Ezekiel 35. That's the truth. I'm showing you love. That's love. I'm telling you the truth. Ain't that real love?